Hello, welcome to week 4 of IHSEA Valorant. I'm Anthony, and I'm joined by, also Anthony. So for this week, we have a really good matchup. We have Whitney Young, my school, versus Jones. There's some history on these teams. Whitney Young was second in the state last year. Jones is looking to be a very strong team this year, almost a full Immortal roster. And we have intros for the players this time. We've stepped it up a little. So I will be introducing Whitney Young's players. So first we have Future, who is a junior and Immortal 1 peak. He plays a lot of Jet. We have Wiper, who's a senior, and he is our Radiant peak, plays a lot of Sova. Changer X is a senior, plays controller, peaked Immortal 2. AIDS is a junior, plays Fragger, peaked Immortal 3, and Atomic is a senior who peaked Diamond 3. And then for Jones, you can go. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, stun is crazy. Okay, so as for our map selects, Whitney Young ended with our first choice of map, so they went to Icebox. That's gonna be our first map, and Jones elected to start on defense. They said they can't hear us. Oh. Okay. Well, you get that figured out. I guess I'll run the Jones introductions. Sorry about that. So on Jones, we have Lefty, who peaked Immortal 524 RR. He's a freshman, plays Sentinel for the team. Creeps is a senior, peaked Immortal 134 RR, plays Controller, and IGLs for their team. Stumpy, peaked 500 RR, plays Raze, he's a sophomore. Stunna is their crazy top 100 Radiant Jet player, 772 RR peak, sophomore. He's crazy. Jegog is 285 RR peak, plays Flashes, and then Mac is a senior, Diamond 3. He's on Sova jail, apparently, is what I was told. So while they figure out the mic issue, like I said, we're gonna be starting on Icebox, which was Whitney's choice of map, and Jones elected to choose defense. For the second map, we're gonna go to Ascent, which was Jones' pick, and Whitney Young chose defense. And if the series goes there, our last map will be Haven, where Whitney Young has chosen defense. So we're just gonna wait for we're gonna go to break real quick while we figure out this mic issue. So we'll be back in a bit. All right, sorry about that, guys. Bit of a tech issue, but we're ready to go into our first map, which is Icebox. Teams are ready. Is production ready? Oh, not R. We're gonna wait a second. One of the teams. I'm gonna give them a second. They said not R. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going into the map. So, oh, I guess we didn't say this yet. I have absorbed the other Anthony, and now we have Dell.
Hello. I'm here.
So Dell, you maybe know more about these teams than
I know more about Jones. I don't know as much about Whitney.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot
Seeing
it's
as
my
you come
school.
from Whitney, maybe you would know more about
Hey,
them.
yeah, I forgot about that part. You want to talk about Jones?
So Jones has a top 100 one-trick jet named Stunna, and he's kind of good, just a little bit. But Jones overall, like, other than Stunna, they have such a powerful team. I'm really excited to see this matchup. Like, honestly, I'm really excited for it. Because, like, I know Matt Cub, he has been such a phenomenal Sova, even from JV last year. Creeps is an excellent controller. Jagog is really good at Initiator, and Lefty is, like, just I've seen some of his York gameplay, which I won't say
no.
is like it's pretty good. I won't even lie, but I'm excited to see Lefty on Chamber. These are pretty typical picks from Jones, I'd say.
Yeah, I'll say it. I don't know as much about Whitney's roster as you do about Jones, but
I
some
know
of
a little
these
bit about Whitney's roster. I
really.
know I played against Future in JV last year. He was pretty good. I've noticed he's gotten a lot better from last year,
Yeah,
though.
Future and Minus X came from JV.
Hmm.
They actually won JV state against Naperville North
Yep.
last year, and then moved up to varsity. So they definitely have some chemistry already there.
We're going to see pretty standard team comps here on both sides on Icebox, which is running the. We're seeing two duelists on the side of Whitney who are attacking first. That's not out of the blue.
Yeah, Aid's
What are
playing
your
Arena.
What are
That's
your predictions for this map?
my
What do you think is
predictions.
gonna happen?
Hmm. I like both of these teams. I know a lot of them. I'm gonna have to say Whitney might be favored on this map
I'm
because it's
going for Jones though. I
yeah,
scrimmed Jones on this map not too long ago. They're just a powerhouse, man.
yeah. Like this is
Although,
Whitney's pick. I know they practice this map a lot, but
yeah,
Jones is just individually like I think they basically diff every player on Whitney. So we'll
I'm
see if
excited to
the
see. I'm excited to see the Jet matchup here and see how it's gonna work out. I know Future's got a lot of
oh yeah.
challenges he's gonna be facing here.
Yeah, this is Future's biggest ego matchup. They're gonna
This
lurk up B. Creep's gonna jump peek. Notice them.
Creeps jump peeks and backs off, which is a smart play because he knows there's 5 of them rushing up.
Yeah,
Apparently.
Creeps is out of there.
I don't know if you noticed, but Stunna has waited on the rotate here for a little bit. You're gonna see Whitney is
Jindex
able to
gets the
get
bomb
bomb down. Yeah.
And Jones just grouping, ready for the retake. Nobody's died yet.
Whitney is like mostly there's both their duelists are grouping up towards the flank, which is really
Yep.
odd. Oh, I see
There's
the
that
post plant.
that
Never
first
mind.
tap gets the first piece of Killjoy util out. Mac Cub gets a pick onto Wiper.
I see now where this is going. They're looking up mid so they can go under 2. It's
Lefty
fine
got
to
half
like
though.
that.
Lefty got half, had to get off. He maybe could have stuck it. He's getting the other
No more
half.
stall util is able to stop Jones from getting the full defuse.
And there's that jet diff, stun on Future. Everyone just dying after the bomb goes down. And
Jones takes the round. That was
Jones-
impressive.
yeah, that was a little bit interesting. And everyone on Whitney did die. Only Jagog was left alive after that round.
I mean, I liked where it was going for Whitney, and then it sort of fell apart when Jones was just able to wait out all that stall util. It seems almost like Whitney used all their util too early.
I don't know if like there was a miscomm or something, but they didn't have anything when Lefty just stuck. And he was almost able to completely stick it. So I'm not really too sure what happened there. Stunna is posted up. Let's see what he can do here. And this is the first shot. It has to
Pretty typical
fall
play
off.
to see that Marshall coming out.
Yeah.
And he gets one. Let's see, is it gonna keep going? Whitney is still pushing up towards A though.
They're waiting
And
a little bit.
Yeah, now they're sort of sitting there. I think you're gonna see a rotate here.
Yeah, AIDS is
They
checking
know-
that flank, and Creeps is there, so we'll see. Ooh.
Ooh, Stunna pushing up. Get the tag. Oh, he sees them, but they're just out of reach.
Yeah.
Are they gonna know though?
Oh, Stunna gets
Gets
one.
two,
Change
he
X
gets
swings back
three.
into him. Oh no.
He doesn't know that he's under.
Now it's Future versus Stunna.
And there's 4.
Nice 4 from Stunna, yeah.
The Marshall gameplay, especially Marshalls are super good on a force buy for Jets who like to op because it's cheap and it's also just like really good when the enemy team doesn't have shields. That's just one shot.
Basically an op then. Whitney has their full buy, Future with light shields for whatever reason, but this is definitely Whitney's round to win now.
Yeah, Future just can't afford the heavy shields. That's why he's going for it. I also don't know if this has been pointed out, but the ping differential.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's...
Oh,
Lefty with the
Lefty.
Bucky. You hate to see it.
And he will get a rifle there. Please don't push up here, AIDS. This is not going to go well.
This is not going to go well at all. Lefty is so determined to get another pick of that Bucky.
Yep,
There's so
AIDS
much
and
damage
Lefty
going
are
out
just in a
through
bit of a
mid, though.
standoff here.
Look at mid.
Yeah, Jones is taking mid, taking really strong mid control.
They're at a stalemate here. Whitney knows that they have, they're walking into Bucky's. Oh, Lefty with the trademark. He knows someone's there now.
Lefty still hasn't picked up the rifle. Age is gonna fall off.
I don't think Lefty wants the rifle. Oh.
Ooh,
Unless.
he gets tagged. The
We're currently
standoff's still
watching
going.
Stunna.
Oh, he falls
Stunna
off.
goes down. That's a gun diff there. Lefty backs up so far back in the kitchen.
Lefty backs up, didn't pick up the rifle.
You know, he just doesn't want one. He's better
Yeah,
with
he's comfortable with the Bucky. He's
Changer
not gonna
is
be
able
able
to
to
take out
AIDS.
Mac. There's a lot of trades going out here. It's currently a 3v3 with the in favor of Whitney Young due to the gun difference.
30 seconds.
Yep, Traindex is onto site, gonna get that plant. Lefty is sitting heaven, 1 health with that
Spike planted.
that deagle.
Trademark.
Yep.
Or not the trademark, the headhunter.
Yeah.
You can wallbang with the Bucky?
Not very well.
But that just doesn't seem like that's just more for laughs, I think. Let's see if we can get any with the headhunter here. On the eco, and he goes down. Changer
Nice
EX
4.
with the 4K. Very good round for Whitney here on their force buy.
Yep. But Jones will have their own full buy in response. Stunna has the knives, and it looks like he's gonna use them this round.
Yep.
That's horrifying if you're Whitney.
Honestly. It looks like even though Whitney's on the full buy, AIDS is still without light shields. Their economy has been sort of rough.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of overbuying. Yep. Future with that updraft. They're gonna start pushing up onto the B site. This time Creeps is holding much further back.
I honestly think that's a smart play because he knows Whitney likes to bum rush.
Oh no! Through the smoke. Creeps gets
That
a pick on the future.
That is the advantage for Jones. They
And
know
Whitney is just
done for.
maybe not. They're gonna back
We're
off
seeing
here.
Stunna on the flank with the knives here, trying to get a quick pick, and he knows.
Oh, he's over the top. Nothing there though. I didn't even know that was an angle you could do.
Yeah, 2 jet up drops, you can really get anywhere, honestly. Skybox is so high on Icebox. Stunna with no knives, though. No knives and a ghost.
Yeah, he's just gonna post up mid.
Whitney is still making space up towards B, or trying to get that any sort of room. See if they can get a plant down. With only 35 seconds left, they have to do something fast.
Gonna start walking off. Wiper has the bomb. Stunna is still posted up mid. I want to see if he can get one here with the ghost.
I think he can. Yeah, at least spots one. He gets one.
Oh, minus X gets traded back.
Good trade there. Although it is still in the favor of Jones.
If they can deny this plant, there's not much
left.
time here. 10 seconds.
And the mollies are coming out just to do that.
Wiper's gonna get on. Oh! He gets killed off the plant!
Jones is able to clean up there.
Yeah, very clean round from Jones.
Very clean, especially with the pick coming out from Stunna, who has the ghost, because he used all of his jet knives. That is very good in the favor of Jones here.
Definitely.
The economy is looking a bit rough on the side of Whitney. They are going to have a save run here. We're seeing the future on Jet with the Marshall. Like I said, Marshall is a very good gun, especially on Jet when you want to save.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Future do some things with the Marshall. We'll see if he can make that worth it. Someone's gonna get tagged and fall out, and they're gonna be pushing up onto the A site.
There's a lot of movement towards mid and A coming from Whitney Young.
Stunna has an op.
Yeah.
Yep, Stunna does have an op.
Against a 10 ping op.
Yeah. And Whitney's never even get their foot on this site here. Oh
yeah,
no.
Yeah, no. The hold that Jones has on the A site, they just, especially with, they just have so much util able to stall out, and then they put Stunna there just to ensure that all the kills are secured.
Yep, there's gonna be Future here. Flawless for Jones. 4-1. This is tough if you're Whitney.
Yeah. Especially since it's their map pick and they're starting on attack here, it's extremely difficult, especially like when you're running into very low ping players, when you're running into very talented players, when you're running into players who are communicating, you really need to make sure that you are also communicating here and you're trying to get any opportunity you can. And that's what Whitney needs to do. They need to play for picks, which is what I'm seeing here. Actually, never mind. They're 5 rushing B. I was looking at the wrong team. I take everything I said back.
Yep. They
If
really
Whitney
are
can
5
get,
rushing B for the like
Yeah.
3rd or 4th time.
if Whitney can get any picks here, then they can try and get the site. They have traded out Lefty, which is huge.
That snake bite onto default is going to stall them for a bit, though. Going to let Jones show up.
Yeah, the amount of stall util coming out from Jones is just incredible. With the Sova darts, the Viper's Molly.
Stunna is a little bit slow on the rotate, so if they start going in here, they could have the advantage. Jaguar going to pick on the changer, though.
Spike down B.
Future with a quick pick on the Jigog, though.
Oh, Dano creeps.
Sight is in the favor of Whitney here.
And here's a 2v1 for Stunna with an op coming from Tube. I kind of want to see him pick up a rifle here,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
You can honestly do work with either gun in this situation.
This is a pretty
Oh,
tough
that's a
retake
dart
him
for
with the op.
Snowman. He
Oh!
knows one's yellow. Whitney are gonna play a cross angle, waiting
Yep.
for that tap.
Viper almost got timing, but not quite.
Oh,
A bit ago. Oh,
someone's
yeah,
able
they
to
have
get
a Sova
half
ult.
before getting tagged by that Sova ult.
I don't think he's going to have time here, though.
Nope.
He's just going to get
It's
out of
just a
there.
save, yeah.
I'm going to save
Quite
that op. That's
unfortunate.
good.
He's gonna go for the. Oh, never mind. I wanted to see him
No.
go for the exit frags in mid.
Yep, and that will be
Round 2 for
Whitney's
Whitney.
second round. Jones will still have a complete buy here. AIDS, never mind. Whitney also has a full buy.
Yep, we're seeing 2 full buys from both teams. I am really liking the setup that Jones is running. They have
Yeah.
good stall on B, and they have a good fragger and also a good stall with the KO. The KO jet combo on A is just really good, really hard to run into, honestly.
Yeah, Jones' A-hold is crazy.
And the Mac Cub mid with the Sova is just making sure they can't get any space whatsoever.
Hmm.
We are seeing a default for Whitney, which is something I don't think has come out in this game yet.
Yeah,
Very-
not quite.
It's what they need, honestly, because they just are able to get so many picks and not commit to a site because the entirety of Jones is there.
Hmm.
After noise, a lot of noise has been made B. It looks like there's a rotate towards A.
Yep, Jones does not buy it, though. Really no rotates
Yeah.
coming out for them.
Jones is staying on the site, which is really smart because they know that Whitney hasn't come up yet.
Yeah, they know they can just wait. That drone coming out is going to make creeps start rotating, though.
Yeah, we see the Jones rotate. The KO ult is going to come out. No command is really hard for Whitney to be able to take this site now. Although the pick does come out on a
that's
stunning
a
here.
very good pick, and they're going to leg it right back over to B, it looks like.
However, Lefty is still posted up by Yellow with all of his util.
Yeah, if Lefty can deny this plant, they don't have a ton of time. He will be in this killjoy. He gets 2, though, and is able to
Lefty's
TP
get
out.
2 and TP's out. The killjoy is going to allow Whitney to plant,
Spike planted.
but... Oh, there comes the Viper's Pit. That's what
Oh.
Whitney needs.
Time for Core's
Although
favorite thing
there's
to
so
observe.
much sprays coming through on the side of Jones. Viper
Nice
gets
pick from
1.
Viper.
Matt Cubs trades back.
2v3 for
Viper
Jones.
gets 2.
It's creeps. It's a 2v1 here for... Oh!
Player standing.
Change your
EX
X.
is sitting backside.
Lefty is-
1 HP due to the decay.
They're just...
And they're just
Going
wrapping
around.
each other.
This should be... Oh! Lefty!
That's good crosser placement.
Yeah, that's a good read from him.
5 rounds for Jones, 2 for Whitney. You know, all the ults that were committed into there from Whitney, it's like really... They only have the Blade Storm now. which is like not good.
Yeah, they
There was
invested
two
the
ults committed in
Viper's
there.
Pit and the lockdown
And
there.
yeah.
Not even able to get the
Meanwhile,
round.
Jones only used the no command.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Whitney's gonna
3
be another
ults.
broken just pistol by here. Maybe Minotex gets a bit of a rifle, but not great.
Yeah, no. We're gonna have to see some changes here. The Bladestorm is going to be used by Future. Stun is holding it though.
Yeah, Stunna knows
and
about it.
he gets one. He gets 2.
Oh my
The
god,
Jet
Stunna.
is able to take him out with a trade. Jagog immediately trades him back though.
Last player
And it's up to Minotex with a Guardian here. Creeps already on the flank.
Lefty has the Headhunter out despite owning a Vandal. That is a 6-2 in the favor of Jones.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to see change out of Whitney here? Besides,
I want to see,
don't
like,
know.
the default, it was working. It was working, and I want to see it again. Because although Jones doesn't rotate fast, Whitney needs to get the picks. They need to get the numbers advantage here. Because Jones is just able to take so much, like, space. They have so much stall util. I need to see a default.
Right here.
Yep, but as you say that, Whitney going pretty heavy toward the A again. But for
Yep.
some reason, Jones switched Stunna onto B, so Whitney might
No,
have
it's
a...
for the defensive. It's for the defensive Vipers pick. Creeps is going to use that and just completely lock down the site for Whitney, unless there was to be a Sova dart, a Sova drone. Although Sova drone was already used.
Yeah. Matt Cub's drone coming out, going to clear out the rest of A main. You got Tag Wiper, going to have to fall off. Jagog's immediately on this flank, but I think Whitney will
Stunna
read
on
it.
the flank gets
Oh!
one tap by Future. Very clean shot.
So does Jagog. 4v3
See,
for Whitney.
This is very good for Whitney right now. Despite the fact that, the numbers are pretty even, Whitney has 4 towards one site where there's only Lefty.
Yep.
Despite Lefty being a strong player, once you get overwhelmed, it's extremely hard to come back from that. And as I say that,
Oh,
Lefty gets 2 with the Tour de Force. What a powerful weapon.
One enemy remaining.
Future gets 2
Future.
though.
30 seconds
Future
left.
Yeah,
could
Future in a
honestly take
2v1.
Spike. Yeah.
He knows where Lefty is, and he probably has a
Oh?
good guess.
Oh.
Oh.
An unfortunate dash into the crosshair of Lefty for the 3K.
7-2 for Jones. This is looking pretty rough.
Yeah, on Whitney's map pick, this is not what you want to see coming from the attacker's side. The buys here are we're seeing the jet knives come out for Jones, which leads to a pretty full buy. I think that's a save for the op. And a save on the side of Whitney. What do you want to see come out of Whitney? You've asked me this. What do you want to see?
I agree with you. The run did the default. They looked very strong. I do want to see that
Although
again.
they just ran the playing for picks, and they were able to get shut down by Lefty pretty easily. How do you think they can work around the chamber?
I think they didn't expect Lefty to still be on the site. They have hopefully learned that now, and they can commit more util into, stopping him, not letting him get free picks like he did those last 2 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lefty's just been doing a really good job of lurking
Lefty
on the...
is just holding his site, man. Due to the state of their economy, Whitney is just trying to get any picks by spamming their guns into the smoke.
Yep. But at this point, basically all of Jones has rotated on that A site, except for Stunna sitting on B. So, maybe they'll... Yep, looks like they're going to run over to B, but...
Yep. Stunna has that Blade Storm on B site, though.
Oh, did he
I'm
pop
not
it
so
already?
He
No.
has it. He hasn't popped it yet, but he has it.
30 seconds left.
Stunna with that op back in Snowman is also demonic. Nice pick from Lefty, though. That's a good trade from AIDS, though. 13 seconds for Whitney to get the bomb down. Creeps.
The bomb is tapped. And Jigog is able to get taken out.
Oh, but the
That
plant is
plant,
down. Creeps
yeah.
gets 3.
That plant
Getting
needed
by
to
the
go down
plant.
then and there in order for Whitney to have a chance, but Creeps is just cleaning up.
Yep, 8-2 for Jones now. This is a rough half, especially on Whitney's map pick.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. You don't expect to see it, honestly. Although I knew Jones was a very powerful team, but I didn't know that, they'd be able to do this to Whitney. Doesn't Whitney have a form of Radiant?
Yeah. Wiper touched Radiant.
He touched it. He grazed it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can kind of
Unlike
tell with his
Stunna,
aim.
who is Radiant.
Well, Stunna's just different.
Yep. Stunna gets tagged by that drone. You have to fall back a bit. Jugger getting a nice pick on a future, though.
We're
Gonna
seeing
slow down
very
that push.
consistent gameplay from, like, Mac Hub, and even though, like, they're not as, like, they don't have as good KDs as 13 and 4 coming out from Lefty. They're doing their jobs. Each member on this team is holding their positions and using their util wisely.
Yeah. The lowest frag on Jones is higher than the highest frag on Whitney. Very,
I mean,
very
that's
consistent players.
to be expected from an 8-2 game, honestly.
Yeah.
There is a lot of... Oh, Jagog takes out Wiper just instantly on the side of A. 2 down towards the A side. That calls for a rotate, but, Lefty's just there.
I don't think I know about Lefty here.
They don't, and he gets 1. That is so... The fact that Lefty wasn't punished there is horrible for Whitney. And he knows that there's one more. Lefty is just different this game.
Changer gets
Even
1,
though he didn't
but
get that last pick,
wow.
he is going crazy.
9-2.
Last
Ooh.
switch.
And
If
Whitney's
Whitney
not
can
gonna be
get
able to-
this last round, it's a 9-3 curse. I believe in that. I
You
believe
know-
in that thoroughly.
Yeah, I'm here for it. They're not gonna quite have a full buy here, but we'll see what they can pull out of this half buy.
There is just on the side of Jones, there's such, like, I don't know. This play is just, this game has a lot of skill, and you're really seeing it come out from the side of Jones.
Yeah. Somebody gets tagged out again. You have to fall off that position.
He's still
But
gonna hold. Oh, the timing.
oh, unfortunate timing for
Bladestorm
Stunna.
comes out, shuts down the opposite Bladestorm. Gets
Oh,
2,
Stun!
3
Oh
coming out
no!
with the head. We see
4.
4. Is there gonna be an
Ace?
ace?
The,
Oh,
oh,
Creeps
stolen.
steals the ace stealer. Oh, the LOL in chat. You already know Stunna's throwing his keyboard. He's slamming his desk.
I'll say it. This marks the comeback for Whitney. Stunna's tilted now.
Stunna's mad. Whitney win. Oh, such an unfortunate ace steal too, because he had his crosser on him.
I really want to type Stunna mad, but
Stunna mad.
comes
Like,
wrong
literally
chat.
wrong chat.
Alright. Going into Jones attacking half here. Stunna mad Jones.
There's art at default coming out, which I think is really good when you're a 10-2, because what more can you lose here? Future,
Yeah.
on the aggressive push out, immediately has to dash back.
Nice
Get
pick.
Stunna! What do we say? Stunna mad. Winnie win. Jones is leaning towards the A site here. Bomb is dropped. Winnie hears it. Winnie is all over A site right now. We're leaving 1 towards mid, 1 towards B.
Plant the spike. Plant the spike.
Not much is going on, honestly. Both teams are sort of creeping up, not really making that much room, waiting at the clock.
Yep.
I think it would be smart for Jones to rotate here, because, like, here and now, because Whitney is still on site, and there's only 1 playing towards B.
Yeah, it looks
Jones
like
is gonna come up. Oh,
Oh.
Jones, get the first pick.
good pick.
There are 2
Age
on
does
site,
trade
though.
back on a
The
Jugog.
intel,
Spike down A.
that's what Jones needs to win this round, the intel.
Yeah, Wiper has a very strong position on site here if Jones tries to push up. We'll
Changer
see.
EX is ready for the molly on the bomb the second he hears the plans.
Yeah, he's a bit of a lineup nerd, so
Lineup Larry.
lineup Larry.
Trades are coming out. This one is looking in the favor of Whitney.
3v1 and AIDS with the 3K. Good round, 10-3.
3. Yep.
This is more rounds than Whitney took on any map in state finals, so they've improved.
Oh boy. Improvement from last year. Woo!
Let's go. We never let them forget that.
Didn't last year, wasn't there like a Radiant on the team last year? Like a,
On Whitney?
yeah, it was
Yes,
like
Explonian was Radiant.
Yeah, Explonian, and then they had like Oof Pokemon, and then I remember this.
Yeah, they had the freshman oof Pokemon and then 4 seniors. And so 4 of them graduated and oof Pokemon's on JV, so
Ah!
completely different roster for Whitney here.
Hey.
Ooh, Stunna gets tagged up.
Stunna and Mac Cub.
Wiper just got like 300 damage. Stun on a Trinity
Stunna with
X.
the one tap though.
Down. B.
There's a gun for one of his teammates. Feeling it on the Deagle.
Spike down.
2 people on
A lot
Jones
of
are still
action
almost
in
1 health
kitchen.
though. Mac Cub almost dead. Creeps pushes up tube, gets a nice pick on a -X though. And
Stunna in a good spot, but he gets spotted by Future.
yeah, and Sunna's 1 tap to basically anything. Wiper, yep, shot
And
in
he
the
gets
back by
nailed that
Wiper.
flank. The timing for Creeps, almost worked in his favor. That is a gun diff though, to be
Yep.
expected.
Pretty clean second round for Whitney. Hopefully they can keep this momentum going.
Yeah. This is the start of a comeback.
Please.
If there is one. A start of a comeback. Leaning towards B for the side of Jones, sorry. With a full buy.
Yeah, I think if Whitney can take this round, it's looking very good for their comeback. But they are pretty light on the B right now, so
Drone coming out from Mac Cub.
quick
That
rotate
Aldrone,
from
if it
Wiper.
spots one. Changer EX is going to stay just out of sight of that Aldrone. But meanwhile, the entire Jones team is pushing up, forcing
Stun
Whitney
on
to-
top of yellow. That's horrifying. Drops. That snake bite's gonna deny default for a bit. Nice
Wiper
pick
is
for
able to
Wiper.
get out. Yeah, that's a huge pick.
And
We're seeing a
Stunna
lot of
uses most of his
dinks.
util, and Stunna's 1 health.
So many dinks are coming out from the side of Whitney. That is huge.
Just
Especially on a
completely
bonus
denied
round.
that push and got a pick. That's amazing from Whitney.
The quick rotate is what was able to get so much damage done from the side of Whitney Young.
Is Jones still investing in this site though?
Honestly, I think it. You know, they are. I was going to say I think it's not in their best interest to because they know that
Yep.
there's somebody
Sunna's
there.
onto the site. Let's see what he can do here.
I think
Plant
they're
comes
under the
down. This
impression of
Cubby
the
up.
rotate.
Changer X gets the pick.
And a gun
Wiper
in the
shotgun
hands
on the
of Changer
creeps.
EX.
Mackup gets 2. It's a 3v1 for Lefty.
Lefty.
2v1 now. Uh-oh.
We've seen him win these. It's planted for him too. And both of his teleporters.
He is wrapped.
Oh! The Spectre. That's a bonus round win for Whitney Young.
Amazing
That's huge.
round for Whitney.
Guns
Gonna
are
take
gone.
it 5-3.
Wow, that's huge.
This is the beginning.
10-5. Whitney Young on a bit of a win streak. What do you think is going to keep going for the success of Whitney Young? What do you think will help them possibly win this game?
I'll say it. CT-sided team. CT-sided map. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, but we're seeing some of like really aggressive, like this is a more attacker-sided team comp on the side of Jones.
Yeah. Future has this op here.
To mix things up.
I do want to see what he's able to do with that. Picking up that same position Stunna was abusing last time.
Jones running a bit of a default here. The pre-fire into nest just to make sure. Oh, a trade comes out
Oh, missed op shot.
for Lefty. Jigog is almost all the way up B. Jones is taking bomb B. This is huge. Jones has the B side here. They have this plant and they
Wait.
have space.
I did not
Whitney's
realize
just
they were
gonna
on
let
B.
them plant. Yeah, they were running a default. I called that the beginning of the round. They were running a default and they were just able to plant. They know Whitney has the quick rotations.
Yeah, 4v4 on this retake.
And -X gets timing by Jigog. AIDS with the Empress.
Juggernaut flashes
popping out.
himself.
Oh!
Gets...
AIDS did not notice the Mac Cup that was underneath too. Now he does. And Mac Cup just kills him anyway.
Stunner.
Bonus round. The Deagles are just able to do
All up
so
to
much
Future with the
damage.
op. Is he gonna save this? Or Future gets
with
back on the
one.
Stunner. I don't think he's trying to win this round. He's just saving that gun. Oh no, don't peek the gap. Oh.
The crosshair placement that came out from Mac Cup. He did lose a gun, but that was their bonus. They have money. Thrifty. That is huge for Jones.
Yeah, trading those 50s from both teams, but that will keep the momentum in favor of Jones. Whitney not going to have quite a full buy here.
That is not something you see every day. That is crazy.
Future can miraculously afford another op.
I don't know how. You know what? A jet with an op, it's just...
I can already hear him in voice saying, hey guys, someone drop me the op. Let's see what he can do here. Insanely aggressive angle.
Yeah, and we're seeing a very aggressive take for Jones here. They're gonna walk up. They're using util.
Yep, thankfully
Future was
Future
shut
doesn't
down
get
for all of
punished,
util.
but...
The null command is coming out. That is huge for
Yep,
Jones.
Stunna leading this push onto site.
The Hunter's
Viper gets traded. Let's see if they are able to
doesn't find anyone.
pick up Jegog though.
Future gets tagged by... Oh, that's rough.
Yep, and Jegog's getting picked up here.
AIDS with a
AIDS is picking
very
a Stunna
good flick.
though. 3v4 now.
The Viper's Pit is really what's gonna help keep Jones's momentum here.
This...
Minus X getting the pick on the Viper
the pit
though.
drops, yeah.
That is huge.
AIDS
Mac
nice
Cup
pick on the
going
Mac Cup
down.
2v2. Jegog gets a
getting
trade
the
main.
trade.
Oh, nice Jegog.
With a nice 3K.
12-5 map point for Jones
In favor of
here.
Jones, yeah. That no command really, despite the 100 Street still going off, it was able to flush all of the people out on site for Whitney Young and got the Viper's Pit down. There's a defender-sided timeout from Whitney Young here.
Yep, Whitney Young just remembered you can call timeouts in this game.
Yeah, match point might be a good time to do it. I won't lie to you.
You know, yeah. I'll say it. I don't know why I didn't call one earlier, but
yeah, me neither. But you know what? When you're in the heat of the battle, in the heat of the moment, you forget. I won't lie to you.
yeah. Nice 1 minute timeout. Their coach Explonian, I'm sure, is grilling them pretty hard right now.
Yeah, I can already imagine the comms. Despite the timeout being early in the clock, there's more of a B take towards the side of Jones here. Do you think we're going to see another fast push, despite the fact that Jones doesn't have the no command?
I think... So I know Jones' IGL. I know Creeps. I know he knows they're on match point. I think he's going to want to play it extremely safe and run a default here.
Yeah, I think you might be right. There is a few... Bomb is being dropped outside of B, which is typically a sign of a default here.
Yep, I am a
Jones
prophet.
are chilling in spawn. That's a pretty rat play. Mac Cup is gonna... Oh, never mind. He's not out-joining. Blade Storm coming out from Stunna.
Yeah, despite the bomb... Oh, yeah, they're going to went to
bomb will
B.
be picked up here.
Creeps picking up the bomb there.
Viper's
They're
Pit.
all joining into the Viper's Pit.
Yeah, Viper's Pit coming out.
It doesn't tag Changer. Stun on top of yellow is scary with the knives.
Yeah, but he gets... Sort of his vision is blocked by that Viper wall.
Yeah.
That toxic screen.
And that spike looks like it's leaning back toward mid. They might fall
Well,
back
what
here.
do you want to do into a Viper's Pit with no Sova drone? You can't really do much.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they're going to slow walk back onto that A site, but AIDS is ready for them.
Jagog is very up on B site though, trying to make that space still.
A little too
That
far
might
up.
help. Yeah, that might help. Although we are seeing a very fast rotate for Whitney Young here towards A.
4v5 for Whitney. And I don't think they're going to read AIDS being here.
No.
Lefty on the
they don't.
Future, though. AIDS swings out, gets Stunna.
AIDS
That's
gets one.
huge. And
It's a
everything just falls apart for
4v1.
Jones. It's just Mac Cub on site here. Minus X is
Back
behind
up
him.
1, but gets traded out immediately.
That's a good half buy
That
on
is
match point.
That is
Take
a
me to
good
12-6.
position from AIDS here. Really good positioning. Able to take out Stunna with the Blade Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Jones still has the buy here.
Yeah,
Oh,
Whitney
never mind.
has-
Never mind. Whitney has the buy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jones on a
Whitney
half
has
buy.
almost a full buy. Just light shields coming from AIDS.
Although when you're Reyna, if you get a kill, you don't really need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with the Empress that is online.
Oh, true.
The Tour de Force
You want
coming
to
out
play?
for
Let's
Jones here.
play.
That could be really good for impact frags.
Mm-hmm. Let's see where Lefty's playing with that.
Lefty's sort of hanging back belt with it. He will play more aggressive onto pipes. Bomb in the hands of Jugog has not gone down yet. No picks have been traded.
Yep, Stunna all up on site, going up.
Lefty is gonna hold screens, and he falls, whether intentionally or not.
Yep, Stunna drops. I think they heard him. Bit of a duel coming here. See if they can ignite this plant.
Bomb is
Not
going to go
quite.
down.
It's on the side though. Minus X on the Mac Cub.
So many trades are coming out. Lefty with the pick. Future with the trade back.
Lefty
It's
has a
planted
pretty
for
good
him.
angle for this post
This
plant.
is a good angle for him, and
It's
for
a
the
second.
Viper volleys.
A's on the creeps. It's only Lefty
With
here.
the third,
That's 3.
he sees him. That's 4.
No way, no
He
way.
knows he's 1 HP.
No!
The ace to finish off the map from Lefty.
Oh,
Great
that was
chamber play.
disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
The
god,
ult to the
Lefty.
last kill headhunter, he knew he was 1. What a perfect play by Lefty.
Oh my, Lefty, that was crazy. Lefty went 22-10 that game.
This man is nuts.
That's insane.
Isn't he a sophomore? Such young talent on the side
Oh
of
my
Jones.
god.
Map 1 is going to Jones here. That's crazy.
Yeah, let me check the... Lefty's a freshman.
A freshman? You're joking.
He's a freshman.
That is insane. The young talent. And then Stunna being a sophomore? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
You know, when I asked Creeps for notes on his team, he said Lefty peaked 524, very consistent Sentinel, and he sure is.
Gosh. Well,
Wow.
what a map. That is insane. An insane way to finish, too. On Whitney Young's choice, Jones is able to take the map. What was it?
Yeah.
13-7?
13-6.
I don't know how to count.
Yeah. Our next map will be Ascent, with Whitney Young starting on defense, so...
I know that puts Jones in a slight disadvantage considering how defense-sided Ascent is, but they have a very attacker-sided, very aggressive team comp and playstyle.
Yep. I don't know if we go straight in this map. I'll ask. Alright, teams are question mark.
One said 1 sec.
Oh yeah, Stunna went to spec observers. Looks like they're gonna
Swap
take a
in.
sec. Yeah, I guess knowing how these teams play, how do you think it's gonna go on Ascent for them?
Well, seeing very aggressive, if Lefty comes out with the chamber again, that is a very aggressive already, just team comp with the aggressive Sentinel. It's crazy. That is such a... I'm still not over how that game ended. Such
Yeah,
an aggressive
that-
team.
I hope you clip that. That's...
I think that was mostly on stream. I was watching the whole thing, but I think that's mostly on stream. Stumpy is going to leave the party for Jones. Okay.
Oh, they have to switch sides.
Yeah.
That's why. They're taking a second here. Yeah, wow, that was pretty dominant for Jones there.
Yeah, a
Yes.
13-6 map is huge. How do you think the Dolphins can pull it back here?
That thing you said about running more defaults, looked like on Icebox they were committing too hard a lot of the times.
Yeah. I think defaults really help, especially when you know you're going against a bunch of teams that have a lot of talent with a lot of stall util, especially with the Sova, the Viper, the Chamber. You want to get as many picks as you can.
And Whitney's defensive half definitely looked a lot better last time when they were starting defense here, so maybe that can get the momentum going for them early, but I guess we'll have to see as these teams figure out their spots.
For the sake of our observer, I'm hoping there's no Viper. Although it's a
Oh,
scent,
yeah.
I don't think there's a Viper on the scent. That'd be kind of very unconventional. Unless it's some weird team comp that just like spawned overnight. But I know that our observer, she hates the Viper ults.
Yep, and I just saw the ping to take a break. So we're gonna go to a quick break on stream. We'll be back for our second map in a few minutes. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to go into our second map of Whitney Young versus Jones. It's going to be Ascent. Go in
With
right
Jones
now.
on the attack. Going straight into this game here. What team comps are you expecting? I want to hear about your Whitney ideas.
If I'm being honest, I don't pay attention to our varsity that much. First thing I notice, I don't know
Why
if it's caught
is
on
there-
stream,
okay.
but Stunna has the genes for insta-locking Jet.
Oh, yeah.
Even before I saw the screen, I saw
You
Stunna
already
lock
have
Jet.
to know. This man, he's got like 6 ping. He has to insta-lock Jet.
Yeah. This is almost, similar comp to last time. Creeps on the brim.
Different, yeah. Definitely different controllers here. Viper is
Yeah.
not efficient on this map compared to a Brimstone.
I'm
Or
not surprised to see
formerly
minus X on the Cypher. His Cypher's very strong.
Yes, I've seen him on Cypher before. I will note, I've seen him on Cypher before.
He played a lot of Cypher in JV state finals last year. I think.
I remember. I played against him.
Speaking of state finals, Whitney has officially taken more rounds in one map than they took in all of state finals last year. I never let them forget that.
Improvement. Woo!
Improvement. They took more rounds in one map than they did in 3. Is Brim good now?
Yes, he is extremely good now.
Okay, that would explain it.
Brimstone has replaced Astra here. This is typically an Astra Brim played. Is Ace gonna dodge?
AIDS might dodge.
Interesting. He
dodged.
We've never seen this before. So,
Guys.
Aid's not loading in, one of us. Interesting.
White
Okay.
screen.
So
I didn't
I'm
know
sorry.
I queued unrated.
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties here.
White screen
Apologies.
couldn't load.
That sounds like me, like 2 years ago. It's all good if you lock the agent, you don't gotta blame the crash. Come on now.
It's all
I'm loving
good.
the banter.
Alright, both teams are ours, so we're gonna go right back in, and we'll see if they can lock
how
this
goes.
time.
Yeah. Hopefully they can lock this time. Let's get this game going. It's already 8 o'clock.
Oh my god, it is. Alright. Yep,
Alright, we are seeing AIDS able to lock a character. Let's go.
AIDS beats Stunna to the insta-lock. Diffed. Yeah, not much to say here.
Yeah, not much to say. Pretty similar team comps from what we just saw, except, they're able to lock in this time. Cub now this time not gonna hover his Sova insta-lock. Let's see, is there another tech diff, or are we just getting trolled now?
Is Cub... this is POV. You are queuing unrated.
POV unrated. POV
You hit
10
fracture,
times.
it gets dodged. You queue again. You hit fracture again, it gets dodged
It gets
again.
dodged. You queue again.
This is what we're looking at right now. Cub, 23 seconds. You think I can speak in party chat on this screen?
Oh,
he can hover.
He locks in. It's okay.
There we
We're
go.
chilling. We're awesome. We're going. We're good to go.
Okay, yeah. AIDS on the KO. I know that's one of his preferred heroes. Or agents, sorry, wrong game.
You Overwatch player. How dare you? Get out.
Yeah, sorry. Welcome to week 4 of IHSEA
Welcome to
Overwatch. We have
IHSEA
Whitney Young
Overwatch.
versus Jones. I'm predicting Whitney Young to 3-0 for the second time.
3 Overwatch. Let's go.
Yeah, 3 Overwatch.
I love casting that. Hopefully this isn't 2-0 Valorant. There's no punny name for it instead of just getting swept, but,
Yeah, I also hope this is not 2-0 Valorant, but I believe
little bit
in
biased.
my school
I believe in you guys, too. To an extent.
to an
No,
extent.
no
okay,
flame, no
dude.
flame. I just know some of the capabilities of Jones College Prep.
Looks like Whitney's defense gonna be pretty heavy toward A, or B rather,
which is
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Looking where Jones is.
Jones is all towards A here.
Yeah, this is a little bit unlucky.
The fast rotate is gonna come out for Whitney.
And minus X is quaking in his boots right now. I can guarantee it.
Stunna caught on
Oh,
the
he gets the
sniper
pick in
trip.
the Stunna.
He gets the pick. That jet nerf, that dash nerf. Oh, that's so crazy.
He's gonna fall back. When I said minus X is really good on the Cypher,
Oh.
that's why.
Yeah, that was an unconventional trip, and it sure caught Stunna out with a dash.
Yeah. Minus X is a bit of a setup nerd. What do you say? Setup Sally. I don't know. He has his whole 20-page encyclopedia of
Oh my gosh.
of Ascent A
Did he write a book on
setups.
how to play? Did he write how to play Cypher on a set?
Yeah,
I
he has
should
a
get him to sign
whole
my copy.
doctorate paper thesis.
He's got a PhD in Cypher setups.
Yeah, he has a PhD of playing A on Ascent.
Shorty coming out for creeps? Interesting.
That's cool. You know, he's
This
playing
is-
Brim, so
What does that
Stim
even
Beacon
mean?
into Shorty. I'm ready
But he
for
doesn't
it.
have a stim beacon. He just bought a shorty.
Oh, that's some timing for Changer, but
Oh yeah, he gets caught on his iPad. What? The Molly
Jagog
Sager-
doesn't get the pick though.
Creeps is still looking at B with a shorty. I don't know what he's gonna expect on
Yeah,
him.
can we look at creeps here? I want to see this. This is my favorite kind of Valorant.
Oh!
Ooh,
B side
that's-
is completely clear. Jagog with the pick on Future.
Yeah, it looks like Whitney forgot mid existed.
When he's filing in mid now. You know, the problem with having the shorty is Creeps is too scared to peek, which is unfortunate because absolutely nobody was on site there. Stunna contesting Changer EX mid and losing that fight. That's a Deagle versus Spectre run and gun differential.
Creeps peeks, -X knows. They know each other are there.
Yeah, they're aware.
Oh, Jagog gonna Changer 3v3.
30 seconds left.
Jagog with the 2. Very impactful frags here.
Yeah, Creeps are gonna be really slow on this rotate though, so if Whitney goes fast, they might be in a good position here. Jagog's 1 gets tagged. Double swing from heaven, gets Jagog and Lefty on Jen. It's just gonna be Creeps coming from door with the shorty. Or actually the
got a
Deagle now
sheriff.
gets 1.
Yeah, he picked up the Sheriff in Catwalk. Unfortunate that that Deagle only had 2 bullets, but good picks, honestly, coming from Jones here on their save round.
Yeah, getting 3, you know, you take those.
You take those, yeah. Very good picks. 2-0, starting this map off for Whitney Young. Isn't this what we saw last time, though? Or did we see Jones take the first round last time?
No, it was Jones last time.
Ah, I see.
Nice full buy, except average Jet player not being able to afford full shields.
What is this flame? He's got a Vandal and a Deagle. Wiper, I'm seeing... I don't know why the Ares is on the Cypher instead... Never mind.
Oh.
I see why. I see why.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not actually gonna tag him, but
He gets close.
Future gets diffed
Future.
from mid. That's unfortunate.
Taken out very quickly by Matt Cup. A lot of mid control for Jones here. Leading
Yeah.
towards A. Although they could run up Cat, they could run up Market, they could run anywhere with the mid control here.
A dog into tree. Not gonna spot AIDS. AIDS has a good position here. Let's see if
I
he can
think
get
it
some
might
good
have spotted
timing.
AIDS at the last second. Stunna? No.
Stunna
Yeah,
has a
Stunna's
theory,
pre-aiming
but-
it. Pre-aiming it.
They know where he is. They know where that knife came from. The flash. There's one behind him. No!
Oh! AIDS
He
is
gets
able to get
2. Not up behind him. Couldn't
Two
quite
very
hit the
good
180.
picks. Wiper there to trade. So is Changer.
Oh, nice. Creeps out of the smoke. Makes it a 2v2. -X and Wiper have both gotten... Well, both can pick up some rifles.
Yeah, but it's extremely dangerous, especially since they're being
30
pushed,
seconds left.
pinched, and they don't know it by the lefty here. But lefty
Oh,
gets caught
I
out.
don't think Lefty knew he was pinching.
Apparently not. The
It's gonna be
jump spot
Creeps
knows-
main.
They know where Creeps is. They know where guns are. They also know where Bomb is, and it's in a very good spot for Whitney. Young
Yeah,
here.
13 seconds. You have to think this is unwinnable for
10
Creeps.
seconds left.
Especially since Wiper just jumped on the
Gets
site
1.
and he doesn't know.
5, 4, no time.
Yeah, Wiper's gonna time him out here. Does he get the trade? The pick? He
And
does,
get
and he
the
gets
pick
the
as
gun.
well.
Very good rounds for Whitney Young here,
Creeps
starting
is
on
broke
defense.
now.
Well, so is the rest of Jones. Look at them.
Yeah, that's a very strong start
That
for
was
Whitney.
the bonus round for Whitney Young, might I add. 3 rounds in on defense on Ascent is coming up very strong for Whitney Young.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great start for them. And Future with the op. This looks like me and my unrateds. 0-2. I'm gonna op, but I kid. Nice pick on a Jagog.
Spike down mid.
We're seeing mid presence. A lot of mid presence. On the side of Jones. However, there's not a lot of movement on Whitney Young. They've learned that their quick rotations have often stopped them from being able to win so many rounds.
Jones with
The
a
Aldron.
very strong push onto Cat. That Molly is going to separate Mac up for a bit. Creeps gets
Ace is
changer,
able to
but
get the
Lefty,
pick from main.
Future's ready for this.
Wiper
Wiper!
gets 2. Wiper
Wiper!
with 3. That was simply based on the fact that Stunna went to go grab the rifle, and Wiper knew exactly where he was.
That's clean
Well
from
played.
Wiper.
Well played. You could say he wipes them. I'm
You know,
sorry.
Del, I had the opportunity to solo cast this game.
You want me to leave? I can go. Oh, like I said, I want to play Stardew. I'm joking.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that.
Do not comment on that.
Minus X has this Odin still.
So does Lefty, though. Look at this.
Oh boy.
Ready for the spray back. What a menace.
Absolute demon. Wait, Minus X gets tagged. That's funny. Future has that op on... Oh, he dashes out.
He dashes out because of that sky flash there. Stunna holding mid. Trying to keep as much space away from Whitney Young as possible, which is really smart. The rotate towards B from Jones is really, you know, if you see where Whitney's at, they're all towards A still.
Those Seekers
Minus-
on B are going to give Jones a pretty easy sight hit. Minus X has this Odin, though. We'll see how that goes. Stunna
Well,
onto Future.
orbital
Get
strike.
diffed.
That orbital
Minus X
strike
gets
created
one.
a buffer.
But Creeps comes stairs, gets the trade.
I don't know if Mackup saw the guy mark it. He knows he's gonna mark it now, but there was a timing there.
That was a... That lineup didn't quite hit. Almost mollied the... Why are they playing 3-boat?
Because of that no command. They have one towards main though for that. Oh, I know what they're gonna do. I've seen this play before. Lefty towards that box with the Odin.
Oh no,
Moving
no,
it.
no,
You
no,
know
no,
exactly
no,
what I'm
no,
talking
no,
about
no,
here.
no, no.
Is this gonna be a repeat? Or
I know it. You know, I know that Whitney Young knows this strat. They've seen the clip. They're ready for it. But
Standing.
Lefty
you
might not
can't
even have to
defend much
pull it
against
out.
that.
Wiper gets one. And yeah, they know he's set up for it. Wiper, okay. It's time.
And he's getting sprayed.
Oh no.
Oh, but oh my gosh, we knew exactly what was gonna happen there. For those who don't know, there was an exact clip of Lefty doing that against I don't know what team, but they just did that exact thing.
Yeah.
Once we saw the setup with the Odin main, we knew. We knew.
What? You know, that was a really good try from Wiper. Almost getting that clutch, but
But what a
there's
play.
nothing you can do about Lefty there. Like, how do you even counter that? You
You
can't.
can't. You can't.
Like, that's just unwinnable.
That's
for-
Jones strats right there.
Yeah. You know I sent that clip in the production channel.
I remember watching it. I remember watching it.
Nowhere
The
to
Hunter's
run.
Fury will come out.
Hunter's Fury. Oh, they know.
Tags the Jet, which is something you don't see every day. A lot of space all over the map.
Yeah,
for
pretty
Jones
wide
here.
default. Stunna going up toward Cat. Creeps pushing up main.
Whitney Young holding more towards A with 4 towards A side, leaving 1.
Yeah, everyone's
B.
leaning toward A now, except we have a bit of a 1v1 going on B, maybe.
That allows for Lefty to make space here. That Sova might be holding very close.
Nice pick for
Online.
Minus X.
Oh! Do we get the timing here? And we do! Wiper
Wiper.
picks out Lefty. Who's
Good
trying to
pick
make
onto
space up
B.
towards
3v. Oh, Stunna on to Minus X. 4v3 for Whitney. Stunna's all the way onto the side. Creeps has the bomb. Gonna plant default.
Stunna making space towards heaven. That orbital strike.
Almost gonna kill Creeps. Trainjax pushes up. Trainjax gets 2.
Stunna
on
with
Trainjax.
1.
3v1 for Stunna. Stunna playing hell. They're on the... Oh, Stunna's in. Gets punished.
That tap is really what killed him there. If he knew that AIDS was going to stick at least a little bit of that spike, he would have gotten the kill, but AIDS decided to tap, and in his best interest. 5-1 Whitney here.
Yeah, this is... Whitney's looking much more comfortable on this CT ascent. What do you want to see change from Jones here?
Honestly, I'm not going to say it's a map diff, but attack ascent is pretty difficult, I won't lie to you. I want to see more aggressive onto players they know. Like, they know Whitney rotates very quickly. They stopped at the beginning of the game, but they started rotating quickly towards, like, around this point. We are seeing a 5-man push here, which is kind of what I want to see. The dart comes out. They know one is on site. Jones knows one is on site here.
This is an inopportune time for -X to not have the Odin.
Yeah. Oh,
That
Viper gets
dog will
spotted
spot
by
Viper.
that dog. The mollies are really delaying the push here for Jones.
Oh, Stunna.
Stunna not able to... Oh, Stunna did get tagged. And getting ulted.
See if that can...
Stunna able to clear back site. Jones is
Change direction to
planting.
Mac Hub. Lefty does get the bomb down. 2 on Jones are very tagged, though.
Jigga is sitting towards logs here.
Jagog's hitting logs. Gets a pick on a change X with a classic.
The off coming
That
out
might be a
from
no-scope
Future.
from Super. From
It was a
Future.
no-scope.
Yeah,
Viper
just
with
gonna
two.
be no Lefty. Okay, he doesn't have a heavy, so it's okay. But
Yeah, this
Future with the
headhunter.
op.
But yeah, Future with the op is just gonna hold there.
How would I call it, a heavy? I've played too much CS:GO. He doesn't have the Ares. So 6-1 for Whitney Young here.
Yeah, almost like a complete difference from what we saw last map on Icebox, which is interesting because this was Jones's pick, no?
This was Jones's pick. It was
And
Whitney's
last
pick
map
of
was
CT.
Whitney's pick. Well, yeah.
This was Whitney's pick of CT, though.
Well, yeah. Everyone who plays Ascent would choose CT. But this is interesting to see how the maps are playing out for both teams.
Drone's gonna immediately spot Mac Hub. I don't know if it saw creeps as well, but
No, Creeps wasn't spotted, but now he was.
they're gonna be making a lot of noise B. Gonna get that rotate out from AIDS. Even though
Yeah.
they have 3 and the bomb on A. I don't know
Creeps
if Whitney's quite fooled, though.
No, they're not. They're still leaving 2 towards A.
Yeah, -X is ready for it. Completely ready for it. Stunna tagged for half. That Molly is gonna get some damage on a Jagog. Change's gonna finish the job.
Spike down.
Stunning
Stunna getting a
is 2.
pick Jen on the -X.
one.
AIDS playing Heaven.
Now he gets 2.
Stunna is just performing very well, though. 4v3 for Jones.
Bomb is picked up by Creeps and gets planted towards default.
Yep. That recon's gonna slow them down a bit more.
Spike planted.
And there's that plant. Future working on breaking that door. And 2 playing Heaven for Whitney. KO Knife gonna spot some out. That's a really good flash, but they don't drop off of it.
The dart doesn't actually spot where Stunna goes.
Future ops Lefty. AIDS onto Creep.
AIDS
Stunna
gets
gets a
taken
third into
out.
AIDS. It's a 2v1 for Future. I think you have to think he knows at least 1 is hell.
He knows 1 is hell, but that's the thing. He doesn't know that Mackup is also sitting hell. Stunna with
Stunna
the
is just
4K.
faster.
All 1 taps. Very clean.
6-2 now.
That could be the break that Jones needs in order to start getting momentum back.
Whitney
Maybe if we
will
see-
still have what should be a full buy here.
Yeah, they should have a full buy here. They want a lot of momentum back.
Or not, actually.
Actually,
There doesn't
both
look like
economies
it.
are kind of messed up, but Lefty has the Tour de Force.
Yeah, you have to expect that out of Lefty.
That is a full buy for
I'm-
Jones.
Brimstone.
Yeah, looks like Whitney's going to play that economy a little safe and just buy the
wanna
next.
play?
There's
Let's
that Tour de
play.
Force coming out from Lefty. Let's see what he
I
can do
hate
with
that
that.
waistline. The stim will come out for a more
Oof,
aggressive
that's a
seeming
good pick.
push. Lefty holding mid, making sure no one is gonna come up here. Changer EX is holding tiles, however, waiting for 1 to cross. He knows
Yeah, if he
Lefty's
hits
up
this
mid,
shot, he's a little bit crazy. Nope.
but he doesn't.
They know Jagog gets tagged on
Stunna with
aiming.
1.
Stunna on the -X.
They know one's
3v5.
lane.
One enemy remaining.
That is 8. This could be a flawless in the side of Jones here. And it is.
There it is.
Like I said, that last round could be what Jones needs to get their momentum back. Because they broke the economy for 1 round. Now they're just going to have that, mental momentum too. We might be seeing
That's
a 6-6
true.
half here. And if we see an 8-4 here, or a 7-5, that's still extremely good for Jones on a very defense-sided map.
Yeah, Future gonna have that op. Rest of Whitney on a nice full buy. So this is definitely, it's important for them to win this, especially because Jones' economy is very strong right now.
I would like to note Whitney has a more attacker-sided map as well. So maybe they prepared knowing that their defense was going to be really good here.
Yeah, maybe, especially with -X and that Cypher. Cypher just really strong defensively on this map.
Mm-hmm. 2 will get spotted for Jones with that KO knife.
Yeah, Jones just taking their time, pushing up mid very slowly.
Oh, 3 of Jones's members are currently sitting mid, just spraying their guns. There's a lot of action going on.
Ooh, Future on
gets
a
the
Mac Cup.
first
Nice
pick.
op shot. Gets traded
Immediately
back by
gets
Lefty,
traded
though.
out.
Stunna gets tagged here. They know where Stunna is. And these Seekers are going to give some good information.
A lot of.
Are they ready for
default
-X still in the smoke?
Oh, Stunna will get spotted.
Oh,
towards the
Stunna's
market.
looking.
Stunna's prepared. The orbital
Only 20
strike
seconds
making
left.
space
Jones-
in market.
Jones should have A fairly easily right now. 10 seconds though. Can they deny this plant long enough? Lefty on the... Oh, wow. He gets off. 5-4. No time to plant. And that's a clean round.
The ults were so well used there for the stall, the orbital strike on Whitney, and then
Oh,
that
yeah.
null command. Such well used ults here. That really allowed the secure of the round.
And what I
Like
will
I
say
said-
is, for some reason, Lefty got off the plant. So Jones is going to lose that plant money they otherwise would have gotten.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure why he
entirely
did
sure
that.
why. That was a bit odd.
And I just want to point out, -X, I don't think I've seen him do a duplicate setup like this entire game. What is this
No.
mid setup? What is going on?
The trips are just everywhere, and they're stopping everyone. Future holding up that op, misses the first op shot. and
Oh,
gets,
that's a
Oh!
amazing pick for him.
Makes up for it with that clean headshot. He was in a bad situation and very easily got out of it. Stunna up in mid again, trying to keep as much space as he can.
Yep.
Very helpful for Jones.
Looks like Jones... Oh, creeps going through spawn. Maybe bring that spike over to B. Looks like Jones is going to be leaning toward the B here. Back up following him. Future is ready for... Oh, that's an unfortunate whiff.
Future holding that main butt gets smoked out by that brimstone. Dart coming out, gets flashed by this guy,
Wiper
and
is
gets immediately
blind.
picked. A
And that
crazy
Sova
pick.
ult coming out from Jones is going to stall the retake
Future
a bit.
trying to-
Changerex is pushing him, though. Macub knows. And stun at... Whitney's just getting shut out before they can even get onto site. I want to see what Future does with his op. Not much. Stunna gets 3. Brings it to
Very clean picks here.
7-4 for Jones. Or
We
set
see a
for-
7-5 half here from Jones.
Last round in the half.
Extremely good.
Yeah, on this
especially on the
map, you
Suns.
have to be pretty happy with that.
But like I said earlier, Whitney has an attacker-sided comp versus they had a very defense-sided comp last game. If that switch is what helps them get more rounds on defense while also getting rounds on offense, that might help them win that game.
Yep, last round and a half coming up. Both teams going to have... Me when I lie, Wiper has a stinger. That might be the first time I've seen that gun all season.
The stinger in tourney games?
And
It's
there
so
goes
meta.
the stinger. No more stinger.
Well, that's to be expected. A pop flash for AIDS, not being able to capitalize off it as Lefty just runs him
Lefty.
down.
Aids got timing on the reload. That's unfortunate.
Stunna looking up CT through those smoke.
Lefty on the
Future on a quick
Future.
flank gets shut down easily by Lefty here.
They Oh, Changex, nice pick. Let's see if he knows where the rest are.
Minus X not
Sana
tagged
is
yet,
holding
which
out for
is-
minus
yeah.
X, gets it. Oh no, the stim beacon. Not getting anything. 7-5 for Whitney in this first half.
Very good for Jones here, but it could go for either team. We're seeing a lot of very good plays with Yuta, with stalling, with timing. It's just on both teams extremely good. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we saw at the beginning of the round the KO nade did a lot of damage.
2.
But how did it do 2? Okay. We take his word for it, I suppose.
Yep. Alright, into Whitney's attacking half here. Oh, it hit 2. I thought it meant it did 2 damage.
Yeah, me too. I was like confused.
I was like, I didn't know it could only do 2 damage.
Yeah, me neither. When he has a default push towards A here. Lefty playing an aggressive angle with that headhunter sitting one. They don't know.
Yeah.
Blinded.
The Sky Flash comes out from Chegok.
Yeah, Whitney's playing this very slowly. 1 minute left.
That might be in their advantage, honestly.
And they're flashing out on a tree. Looks like this is execute. That Skydog is gonna stun AIDS, gonna slow down the push a bit. They know where Skydog is though. That pop flash.
Lefty's still
Oh, he
chilling.
looked the
Yeah,
wrong
Lefty
way.
gets one.
Oh, that was a little interesting.
But it's a very even game right now with Stunna still on site. And
They know where Stunna
Whitney needs to
is. He
come
gets
up.
tagged. Minus
Minus
X is
X is
also
1
1 health
HP.
though. Future also gets heavily tagged. Minus X and
Future.
Stunna trade.
Left.
And that Molly onto Heaven is going to slow it down a bit. Future planting in that pretty far corner of sight. He's going to start posting up Hell.
Both Whitney
Jones players playing Heaven for this retake, it looks like.
Yeah, they're like both on top of each other. They're all sitting in the same
We got
spot
Mac
on
up,
the
line
map.
up Larry here. That's not going to find anything. They're going to try and time this drop. Changer X onto 1.
Oh!
Nice Changer X.
Changer X
8-5.
angles. And yeah, this is looking good for Whitney Young here.
That's a great pistol for them to take. $8-5 here. You know, I believe in Whitney.
Yeah, I mean, they are up here, and it's looking really good for them, like, team comp wise, as I've stated.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they have a bit better of an attacking comp with that KO, so hopefully that can do something for them. Lefty!
Oh, but, yeah, Jones
Who's-
playing
who's
aggressive
trade-
here.
AIDS!
AIDS,
This
though!
gun's broken. Macub with a
Mac
shotgun
with a
into
shock
AIDS.
kill.
Macub is 1 health though, and
Yeah.
Whitney is going to run away, understandably. AIDS,
Minus X, also 1 HP. Essentially, it's a 1v2 for Stunner here.
this is, you know, Jones is taking the creative rotation here.
They're taking
I
the
don't know.
scenic route.
Yeah, they're taking the scenic route
Tourist
all the way through
destination.
spawn.
They're doing a little gun
Um,
swap. Aw.
Yeah, you know, Stunna just wants time to appreciate the RGX katana, I guess.
Yeah, he's
Um,
pulling out his Kenta. As he pulls it out again.
Come on, inspect it, man. Let's see it. Guess not.
He didn't hear us that time.
They're not going to have a ton of time here.
Oh? Very clean Spectre shots here. Minus X 1 HP towards Cow. They know one.
Nice pick. 2-1 for Stunna.
One enemy.
It's only minus X here on the bomb. It is kind of planted for him, though. Ooh,
And
is
he's
it
able
time?
to get the defuse. There is time.
No, 0.34.
That is very well played by Minus X, but Stunna with the aim is just different.
Stunna, that was crazy. That was very good from him.
There's just no Stunna play where you're not left just saying his name.
That's just... This dude's crazy.
Yep. there's gonna be a lot more money on Jones's side. They've done that twice now, winning the round in which they were economically disadvantaged. The cheeky jet
8-6.
spray.
Oh no. The Odin plus Stim Beacon. That's
Let's take a
cool.
look at what's going on towards B.
Oh my
real quick.
god, the Odin plus Stim Beacon gets AIDS down a lot of health.
Stunna was only able to get one towards main, but another is alerted by grabbing that orb. Three of Jones's members are currently up towards B right now. Or, I mean, Whitney, I apologize.
Flight.
If Flash coming
Oh my
got one.
god, the wall ping with the Odin.
Spike down B.
Viper is all the way up main here. That was interesting, what I just watched from Future. Updraft dash with the frenzy onto Macub. And now Future is taking that Odin. The bomb, where is it? -X has it. 2v4 in favor of Jones.
Jones
Lefty's
is
sitting
all
with the
towards
op
B,
CT ready for -X.
Yep.
But that cage will let him cross relatively unharmed. He'll get the plant
Lefty with
down.
the op shot. Plant money goes for Whitney Young here.
-X getting mollied off that default. Ooh, looking the wrong way.
Oh! The numbers surrounded him there.
Odin wrong
Odin,
chat.
wrong chat. We're loving the comms.
Not the boom you hoped for.
Oh my gosh, Robin.
Okay. Whitney Young will have that full buy here. -X feeling a little inspired, taking the Odin.
I just want to say, I spectated Stunna, like, the beginning of that round, and he was just spasming his mouse. Like, this kid is really just having the time of his life right now.
You know, he has to fulfill the APM requirement. You
So
know how
true.
it is.
Keep up.
Whitney Young going very heavy on the B here.
And Aldron goes up towards mid. The
Oof,
dart
that's
is able
gonna
to catch
tag.
Future and the Sova.
Lefty swings with the op.
Lefty! You can't play
Good
Chamber
time.
without being a good opera. No command.
Oh,
coming out
-X
from
on the
base.
creeps. That's two very good picks, letting Whitney onto that A site, or B site, my bad.
Stunna just avoided a trip from -X by jumping over the bicycle. They don't know he could be coming that far flank now.
Spike
Yeah, no, they don't know he's gonna be coming flank because the only other trip is towards mid.
Oh, wait.
This is gonna be a good flank here for Stunna.
Yeah, Stunna's taking his sweet time, though. Gonna be in like 3 to 5 business days. Lefty with a pick.
Jagog is 1 HP. They know
They
where to
spotted
go.
him.
Yeah.
-X with the Odin.
-X gets taken out though.
player standing.
The Vandal
2v1.
and
AIDS with the
bang.
wall bangs.
AIDS with a good 2 picks there. And that no command really flushed Jones out of sight. 9-7, a very close game on ascent here.
Yep. 9-7. Jones gonna have a decent buy. A little bit scuffed. Oh, never mind. They have the Tour de Force and the knives. They have
Yep.
they have a buy.
They have a bye.
Future
These things
taking
are
up that op.
calculated.
Where is he opping? Yeah, Whitney leaning very heavily toward that A. Yep, lefty with that Tour de Force.
That's a good spot.
Already placing an aggressive trademark so we can rotate. I'm not so sure this is a good idea from Jones here. Very quick on the rotate when the entirety of Whitney Young is up towards A. And they immediately come back. They realize they made a mistake.
Yep. Jago gets traded, forced to fall back. Nobody is on site for Jones, but the combo of that Blades and the Tour de Force Heaven is awful to push into.
Oh, the Hunter's Fury.
So much util. Stunna and Lefty both getting one. Wiper gets traded, or Wiper trades back on a Stunna.
Hunter's Fury takes so much damage on Wiper. He is
Oh,
1
Lefty with
HP.
underpicking the Torta Force onto -X. He gets
Lefty
traded by
goes
Wiper, though.
down.
Wiper 1 health gen. Bomb's still not down. That shock dart is going to get some good damage onto creeps.
I'm not sure if the
That dog's not
even
going to quite land. It's
spotted
only
it.
Wiper.
Oh,
Oh, Wiper!
Oh my
He
god!
doesn't know where last is.
If he
No.
wasn't 1 HP, that Hunter's Fury won the round for Jones, for Jones here.
Wiper, that was so close.
The headshots, they were lining up for him. It was almost a play.
Oh, that's so sad.
You hate to see it.
Oh, no.
That's just proving to show that even if you don't get picks with Hunter's Fury as Sova, you're still helping because of that Hunter's Fury, Wiper was 1 health.
Yeah, wow.
What a play. 9-8 here. Very
And Whitney
close
Young's
game.
buy is awful. So you have to expect this to be 9-9. You know, Whitney Young does have a lot of ults, though.
Yeah, Whitney is the ult advantage compared from last round. Jones with the ult advantage. Towards A here, we're seeing a lot of Whitney space, but they're not really pushing up that much. They're just sort of sitting towards A spawn.
Yeah. They're taking their sweet time, A main. Wiper, they might be waiting for Wiper.
Yeah, we caught on stream now. That's what Sunna's been doing this whole game. Just messing around.
Oh, Sunna. Sunna gets
He gets
traded after
one.
getting AIDS.
The gun does get dropped to another Whitney Young member.
That orbital
That up-
strike doesn't find much.
Neuro Uplink is telling Future exactly where these people are. and
Ooh,
it
Creeps
lasts
and
for
Future
one frame.
trade.
Yeah.
3v3 here. -X holding pretty aggressively on Jen here. What? Look at this setup. Look at that trip. He has something for everything. What did I just see?
Right here.
Jugog 1
Hunter's
health.
Fury will come out. Now we can just stick it.
Changer X. He's just on the stick
Are
though.
there any
Yeah,
solo
Wiper can't do
targets?
anything.
Yeah, Wiper
And that's
doesn't have shock
9-9.
darts there. Wiper wants to die here.
Doesn't matter. It's oh, unfortunate.
9-9.
9-9. Both teams having
A full
a
buy.
full buy this round, except Stunna, average jet player with light shields. You know, if it works. I guess it is working. Stunna's dropping 22.
Well, I mean, if it works, it works. The aggressive.
Yep, that
push
tags
for
3.
Whitney
They know
Young.
exactly what's going on.
Yep, jet dash up.
Future.
Oh, misses. Lefty.
I don't think Creeps is out. Nice pick on the Creeps. Gets traded back.
Lefty TP CT.
2
Most
picks on A
aggressive
side.
thinking
Change X
gets
getting
traded
2.
out.
Both Jones players could be playing CT. Change X playing pretty aggressively, but he's 1 health.
Changer EX is literally 1 HP
Spike
here.
planted. Last player standing.
And it's just going to be Stunna in this 1v4.
Changer EXE playing a good spot for his HP. It's taken out. Oh. He's trying to bait the swing out from stairs. But
Nope.
there's just too many people and too much Utah.
10-9 for
10-9.
Whitney.
Yeah. Again, a very competitive game. I cannot stress this enough. This is not at all what we saw last map.
And why are they timing out now?
For funsies.
Yeah, you know, I would say usually you time out after losing a round, if I'm not
We're
mistaken.
losing a
but
few rounds, but you know what? It might work for them, you know?
yeah, you know. Maybe Explonian just needs to give him the pep talk. Jones doesn't have a coach in the lobby anymore, so they don't have
yeah.
the neutral party to yell at them like Whitney does, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Whitney, what are you talking about in this timeout right now? Like, I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe it's just for funsies.
Yeah, Jones not going to have a great buy on this round.
No, this is their save round, which is to be expected. Stunna's probably gonna pull out the up either for himself or Lefty next round with the money he has left over. Whitney making their way towards B. I can't tell directions.
True. You never know on this map.
It's okay. It's okay.
Jones is pushing up main. They have 3. Playing very aggressively main.
Yep.
And Whitney is getting out of there. Good
Whitney
play from
is
them.
not gonna pick that.
You know, they hear the footsteps. No thanks.
Which is honestly a smart play with the trip setup and everything. Although Jones has the rotate towards A here. Like there's a lot of presence towards A already.
Trainwreck's on a Jegog and Stunna. Trainwreck's very clean with it. Gonna be a very clean site take for Whitney.
Those
here.
are very impactful frags here for the site
Creeps
take.
breaks the glass, is gonna break down that door, but if you're Jones, where do you even get in here? Lefty, nice pick on the Future. He's out heaven.
We have
And on minus
Viper.
X. Minus X trying to whiff with the Odin.
is
Age
getting
on the
flank.
creeps though.
Viper's sitting garden. They don't know where he is.
It's only Macub sitting heaven. Viper has a
And
bit
he
of a
gets
flank.
flanked.
Nice.
Yeah.
11-9 for Whitney.
Viper was on that flank from the beginning of that round there. Very well played from Whitney Young. 11-9. Are we going to see a map 3?
Please. Let's see it.
You hold out hope. I think if Jones gets their head on the game here, they can take it home.
Yeah, Whitney's playing very well. You know, this map, they have
are.
taken twice as many rounds as they took in 3 maps in state finals last year.
Let's go! Woo!
Improvement.
Improvement. The Odin and the null command coming out. Aldron 2. Sight looks completely clear from Whitney's POV.
Yeah, there are no defenders on
clear.
this
They
bomb
know
site.
that there is nobody on site right now, and that is 100% due to that null command. Very well used to that ult.
Yeah, no defenders on this bomb site. Very easy take for Whitney Young. Jagog on the quick flank. Minus X new, but gun diff.
That is a
And
good
those
move.
Seekers are going to help a lot. Oh, they scan 4 though. Stunna dashes out, gets traded immediately by Viper.
The
Creeps
orbital
in
strike
Maccup.
making
That
one
orbital
big
strike gets Maccup.
Viper's
It's
the
just
only
going to be
one
Viper sitting boat in a 2v1.
Oh,
Jagog
he
1
did
health. Does he know? He does know. Jagog actually won. Nice!
Oh my
Nice
gosh.
from Viper.
First it was the dart, and then it was the 4K. Impressive shots from Viper there.
That Viper did amazingly that round. That
Match
scan
point.
into the 4K, crazy. He's matching Stunna's frags. Crazy player.
Oh my
12-9 match point or map point for Whitney Young.
We could see a map 3 here if Jones
I
can
think
pull
so.
it out.
Jones has a broken buy. The tour de force out from Lefty. 2 rifles, 2 specters. I don't know how much you can expect here from Jones.
The Aldron from Whitney is scanning all of mid. Interesting.
Oof, that owl drone will spot Future and make him fall back up.
Oh my gosh. Future.
The entire ult economy of Jones going toward killing Future, and they can't even do that. Jagog gets 2 with the Spectre, though, before getting traded by Future.
Future is half HP though, you know. That might not have killed him, but it did
You know,
disrupt his, like...
I think
entire-
Jones just thinks Future is the alpha threat here. Investing 2 ults to kill 1 person, and not even doing it. AIDS is so clean.
Oh, the cleanest shots coming out from AIDS here.
And they will have this site. Lefty and Stunna coming through CT.
They know. Whitney knows sight is clear.
That
They all
knife
snap.
won't tag them. I don't know if they're going to expect where Future is.
AIDS getting
Ooh,
taken out
stun onto
early in this
AIDS,
fight
though.
here.
Future
I
has a
don't
very
think they
good
know
angle.
where-
I
yeah, Future's in
I
a good
truly don't
spot.
think they check this.
Viper's in a good spot too, though.
And they
Oh,
don't. Going to
that's
map
not
3.
too-
Let's go.
We're seeing an even match here, even series. Very impressive on both sides. Wow. That wiper clutch. Oh my gosh. The momentum. Very impressive. What are your thoughts? Like, what can you even think?
That was a good map for Whitney Young. Especially, that was Jones's map pick, by the way.
Yeah, what is with these teams and losing on their map pick? Very interesting.
Yeah, our third map, I'm going to have to remind myself what the third map is.
Haven.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, we're going into our third map, which is Haven.
Who's attacking, who's defense?
Who is attack and who is defense? Whitney Young is on defense, so our sides don't have to change. I'm just gonna ask teams R. But yeah, that was a good map for Whitney. Wiper played amazingly that map. Matt Cup says player in bathroom, so we're gonna be a bit. Yeah. But yeah, that was really good from Whitney.
That's just proving that from the first map, like, that Whitney isn't a bad team, you know? Although I don't think any of us thought that. It's just proving, you know, both of these teams are extremely talented, and they could go either way.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to give the players a bit after those two very close maps. We're going to go on break, and we will see you in a bit. Welcome back. We're going into map 3 soon. After that was 5 minutes. After these teams get ready.
I think we might need some extra time actually.
No, they're figuring it out. So Haven's our third map. After seeing
Haven
these
is their
teams,
map.
what do you expect to see on
Well,
Haven?
I mean, like I said, Jones attack-sided team compared to Whitney. And this is an attack-sided map. Is Jones starting? Yeah, Jones is starting attack first. Okay. This is exciting actually. I think we're gonna see a very, very like aggressive style play here from Jones. I'm hoping we do, because while Whitney has a defense-sided comp, there's only so much you can do. I want to see a KO, because Cypher can't do anything against KO. I'm excited. I'm excited for this map actually.
Yep, looks like the teams are ready. So I'm just gonna. Hopefully we can start this map. Alright, Whitney
Okay,
is
yeah,
on.
we are R. Both teams are
Where
R.
we're going.
Yep.
Yeah, Haven. Not coping, but I feel like Whitney has a bit of an advantage on this map just because they have shown
Yeah.
that their attacking side is generally stronger.
Yeah, and Cypher's good on this map, and Sova's good on this map, and although Matt Cub's Sova on this map is so deadly, it is insane.
Yeah, what do you think about these comps coming out? Stunna didn't insta-lock
Very
Jet.
typical comes here. Yeah, no, he didn't install this time.
Yep.
We're seeing pretty much the same comp we saw last time for Jones,
Yeah. And for Whitney. Or almost.
yeah,
Is
we
this-
are seeing
yeah.
like the exact same comps. These are the same comps as last.
Oh, Lefty
Oh,
might be
Lefty.
feeling a little inspired. Or not.
Maybe. Oh, maybe not. Maybe
Same
not.
comp?
Yeah.
For Jones, that's the same comp,
Mhm.
I think.
It is the same comp.
Yeah, I mean, I think AIDS on that KO, very strong. He's shown
Very
that
strong. That was able
Yeah.
to shut down a lot of Jones's pushes.
he's just able to
And
win
we're
like
getting-
entire rounds with the null command.
Yeah, we're hearing the announcer lady telling them to choose their agents.
Hopefully I
They're
don't
all
get my
hovering.
game dodged again.
Well, it's gonna lock anyways.
that's
It's not
true.
like League, but wasting time, shaking my head.
Yep, shaking my head. I want to watch my game of CS GO Overwatch.
I want to. Yeah, I want to. I want to watch CS:GO Overwatch. Come on, man.
Okay. Yeah. Jones. So it's worth noting, Whitney did choose to start defense here, which is interesting because they do have potentially a better attack comp, especially on Haven, which is maybe a bit more T-sided. So, not too sure
Yep.
why they picked defense first, but
Also, can we just point out AIDS' artisan knife? Like, why does he have that? I've
Hey,
not
it's
seen
heat.
anyone use that. Don't even call that heat. That's like medieval.
yeah, it's heat.
Interesting. I remember I got like threatened for saying that the Smite Phantom wasn't good last time I casted
For
here.
the Smite
So-
Phantom, that's not even an opinion. That's just true. It's just not a good skin.
No, yeah, but I got like genuinely threatened for that.
Well, some people are wrong. I don't know. We have Wiper playing that Seaside. Not going to attack our lefty. Future, nice winning pick on the creeps.
Yep. A very B or C garage heavy push for Jones here. The cam is able to spot Jigog very quickly.
Jagog's to be able to kind of lurk around that cage. ISX in a bit of an
Whitney Young
interesting
is playing
position.
very smart here. and holding angles instead of pushing out.
Yeah, they're just swinging to play the post time. Minus X nice on the Jagog in garage, and he's gonna be able to come right back around to B. Stun on the future though. Two get tagged. They know where they are. AIDS on the Mac Cup, 2v2, but Minus X is low. Yep, they know AIDS is playing window. Let's see if Minus X can do
Minus X
anything
is
here.
so low.
Lefty
One
coming
right
around.
click
Lefty
here.
has 1 health. AIDS coming out.
This bait is super good for
Does he know-
Stunna here.
Does he know Stun is there? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. But they're just playing it extremely well. Yeah, and that leads to a lefty 3K. Very strong on
Definitely,
this round.
Just splitting AIDS' attention there.
Very strong. Very good for Jones.
Mm-hmm. Beyond that bonus.
Yep. The Marshall gonna come out. Very typical to see here.
Wiper shorty? Uh-oh.
Focus now.
There is a very dominant push A here for Jones, but they could be running mid actually. I take it back. They're gonna
Someone
probably
has
be
that
running mid.
Marshall.
AIDS looking up A, knowing that they are gonna have guns here. Wiper with the shorty. We'll see
Oh,
if this is able
no.
to capitalize on any. But the Aldrone ruined it all. The Aldrone does ruin it all.
Oh no!
Unfortunate.
That was tragic. That was
Jones
so
running up-
sad.
Yeah.
Stunner with a headshot on the
Cypher
future.
just
Gonna give him
playing
the
aim
CC.
labs, clicking heads. That is so tragic. Let's see, can you get more?
Stunner's
Yeah.
clean with it. Onto AIDS,
We're
onto
watching
change
Grid
it.
Shot
What?
right now. We are currently watching Stunna play Grid Shot live.
Breaking news, Stunna has ported Aim Labs into the Valorant client, and he's currently playing it in my game.
Insane shots, just clicking those heads. Such a talent.
I guess that is what, top 100 Radiant does to you.
I guess.
What is
you know,
that is what
maybe,
Radiant
maybe.
number 58 does to you.
Is he currently 58?
He is currently
Hold on.
58. I just checked.
Yeah, he is 58. Interesting.
Oh my.
He's gonna keep that Marshall. Maybe it's for the better.
Yeah.
AIDS and Future pushing out mid here.
Future is really pushing. There's no way Jones
Yeah.
expects him.
Yeah, but Jones has the trademark
Oh,
down,
the
so that's what's
trademark.
gonna stop them. Yeah.
Wait. But they're coming back around. Nice!
Oh, Future's able to capitalize and get one.
And he'll fall back. Hopefully he hasn't overextended, but looks like Jones isn't really going to challenge him here. Oh. Lefty!
Lefty,
Oh,
the
no.
headhunter demon. Oh my gosh, we've only seen good shots from Lefty on the headhunter.
Yeah.
Future playing a very aggressive angle towards garage. Trying to see if he can flank, especially since the trademark was taken. Never mind, he takes out the trademark right now. A's
Stunna
not
gets
able to
hit by
get
that
one.
trip. Immediately trade by minus X.
Very good dart there. Mac Cup getting plant down on default. This is looking good for
2v3
Jones.
in favor
Oh!
of Jones.
Wiper gets the headshot through the wall.
Oof,
Takes out all of his HP.
that is rough.
The Aldrum doesn't spawn him, but he gives away his location
my
by shooting. Not much Wiper can do here, except for try and get the pick on Lefty, who is 1 HP currently. The darts are gonna come out. The Mac Cup darts. I'm traumatized on this map because of him.
Yep, bit of a lineup Larry here. Wiper is just chilling.
Yep, he's gonna save. Not a
out.
bad choice.
Yeah, he's out of there.
Revealing area.
He's out of there.
Lefty, come on, man. You can't be
Wha-
doing that.
Lefty, what are you doing, man?
Come
You
on.
had time. He was 1 HP.
That is a really good round for Jones to win, though.
The momentum is just gonna carry if they keep going.
Yeah.
If Whitney isn't able to shut it down early, I can see Jones easily taking a lot of rounds on attack here.
Their economy is extremely good right now, too.
Yep. Although Whitney has a buy, like a half buy, they're forcing here.
Minus X
Oh.
with the stinger.
Future with a shorty.
Future. Yeah, I don't know about the future with the shorty.
I'm not so sure either, honestly. A default is being run on the side of Jones. Bum is down towards mid. Stunna will be lurking up, trying to get as much room as he can, knowing there's a smoke, knowing full well there could be a judge in that smoke, especially since the other team is on a safe. But he's gonna chill and -6 with the stinger. Catches Jigog. Pushes out. Isn't able to get the pick. Unfortunate. Viper trades it back, though.
Macub on to Changer X, and Macub will get that plant down. Future is up there. Stunna trades.
Viper getting 2 in that very crucial round.
AIDS is put into a 3v1 with the.
Oh!
He gets 1. You take those.
He gets 1. Yeah.
4-0.
Again, yet again. Lefty left with less than 20 health. How does he keep living?
I don't know. Up 4-0 for Jones right now, but Whitney will be on
Lefty.
a nice buy
7
here.
7-0. That's not something you see every day. Followed by a 7-2 Jet. Those two, I think they're the youngest two on the team, with a freshman and a sophomore fighting for match MVP here already.
Yeah.
Such young talent. Jones will be going towards C site, but Whitney already has 3 towards C.
Yeah, Whitney is... Oh, that lineup, though, is going to tag out Wiper. Oh, Stunna. Stunna gets 2, but Wiper gets his own 2. And Jones is just falling back towards long.
They're playing post plant, which is really smart with the Sova on this team, and with the ability to teleport.
Oh, Future.
Oh, this Hunter's Fury is gonna come.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Hunter's Fury
Macub,
anymore. He is just going
yeah.
to stick this, and it should work. And it does work.
Oh, yeah, it does work. Those smokes from
Scanning
from
ahead.
Changer EX are really what helped win the round there, because, you know, Macub did not know where he was shooting at. I think if he kept that Hunter's Fury, he would have been able to stall for longer, but he wanted to stop it, because that's like this traditional play, right? So you would be expecting to get pushed there. A very good round win for Whitney Young.
Yep, that will be Whitney's first round here. Jones still has a bye, though. Stunna going to take out the knives.
Yep.
Get out of my way!
Future holding an aggressive angle with the op towards A to no avail, because Jones isn't pushing up A short. They're running that default with Jegog up C long, and the rest of their players leaning towards mid. Stunna takes his knives towards garage. Let's see if the Bladestorm can find a head.
Yeah, let's see what's
Future
gonna go with
persistently
this.
holding that angle might be to avail. He
Oh!
gets 1!
Yep, Future
What
was
a
ready for
patient
that.
player. A very patient player. The rest of Jones is sort of sitting. Stunna will be walking up towards
Solely
sewers.
up sewers. Future does not hit the
jumpy.
shot. He's going to be forced to fall back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Jegog is up on the beat. Doesn't get anything,
Shut
though.
down.
And
Shut
it looks
down
like Jones is
by
going to be
Changer.
rotating on to C. Let's see how quickly Whitney can read this. Wiper is ready for it. And the Brim smokes drop, and that is going to get the rotate out from the rest of Whitney. Currently a 3v5 for Jones, now 3v4 after Lefty gets put on
Lefty
the
is
Wiper.
able to get Wiper. No command will come out. This is going to stop a lot of the stall, and including the knives that Stunna had.
Oh, that's true. It puts the knives away.
Yep.
Do they know about the... Yep, AIDS gets Lefty.
Oh,
Future
Stunna
gets Stunna.
taken
Do
out.
they know where
That's
Creeps
something
is? Now they do. Future gets a 3 with the op. And that's going to
Very
be Whitney's
good
second
op
round.
shots. Those were 2 quick scopes from Future there. It's like we're watching COD, man.
Oh, boy. Jones's economy is just so good, though. They have another bye.
That's extremely to their advantage. Although Future, the op is really good on this map. I won't even like that. It's really good on this map. And if they're not able to punish him, Future is going to keep finding these picks. And that might be what puts Whitney ahead of Jones in this situation.
Yeah, I remember in JV state finals on Ascent, or Ascent Haven rather, Future was doing extremely well with the op, and looks like he's trying to do that again. Definitely very comfortable on this map with that gun.
Yeah. Another default from Jones. Jagog and Stunna up towards garage. Lefty's trying to fight long. He knows there's a Cypher cam. It gets taken out. Eight's holding an aggressive angle long on A. Garage is going to be trying to get taken by Jones here.
Whitney has a
Viper
pretty good
force-
idea about it, though. That Sova drone did see a handful of them. Jones has their own Sova drone coming out main.
The orbital strike will come out to deny a plant. That's possible.
Minus X gets
Minus
2,
X with
though,
2.
before getting traded by Lefty.
The dart will spot Future backside before it gets covered by the Cloudburst.
Future with that stim beacon and the off. That's a little scary. Jones is going to fall out. But do
Jones
they
looking
know
to make a
Jeghog
rotation.
is where he is? I think they...
No, they don't. And Jones is going to be able to have a free A site here with a very quick rotation. And Whitney staying towards
30
C.
seconds left.
Jagog now backing out.
Play.
Tour de
Lefty
force
popping
out
the-
on
yeah.
A.
Tour de Force is going to be really good here if Lefty goes up CT and spots them.
Teleport's ready.
The GP is also going to work very well to his advantage. They hear, yeah, they
Lefty.
heard that nade. Future, although with an
2v3.
op of his own.
Whitney's playing very slowly to get on here.
Jones is also playing extremely defensively to their favor. They know they have, like,
Oh,
help.
Lefty.
Oh,
That's the
and
ace.
another ace! Lefty with 2 aces in the series already with the same gun. Such a talented player.
Seriously. Whitney is not even going to have a whole
another.
buy here.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good spot.
That's crazy, honestly. I don't think that's ever been seen before. 2 aces in one series by the same player.
Yeah, Lefty really is having his moments on Chamber here.
Currently 14-2, might I add.
He's gonna
Stunna
be,
jump peeking, but will get tagged.
yep, Aid's gonna be forced to back off a bit. Silver drone coming down sewers.
Macov gets a tag on Changer EX.
Yeah, they are making Whitney Young fall back a bit on A, but I don't even know if they're gonna be committing that site yet.
The dart is going to tag AIDS and minus X there. Changer EX playing an aggressive angle sewers. Despite having a classic, that's still dangerous zone with the classic, with the right click.
Oof, Creeps not changing X. Nice opening pick.
Launching smoke.
Beacon down.
Creeps also getting minus X here. Stunna
Stunna's just
onside.
in. He's killed by Wiper though. Creeps with 3 if we're getting shut down by Future. 3v1 here for AIDS. Gets flashed. And Juggo with nice 2 to end the round. It's gonna be 6 for Jones.
Yeah, Stunna, despite dying there, did his job. He made that space. Creeps followed up with a nice Luke. Extremely well done. Jones is just communicating and pulling together.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you want to see change from Whitney here?
I think just having more playing off of each other. It seems like they're playing a lot of individual fights here, and that's what's like making them lose rounds because Jones is trading off of each other every single kill.
Yeah.
That KO knife will take out the Al drone for the side of Jones.
Right here.
I've got
Those Seekers are going to let Jones start going up onto A. They're committing 3 down long. Macub with a lineup. Where does that go?
Goes right up by Heaven.
Oh, that orbital strike is going to force minus X and AIDS off the site. AIDS is stuck in that corner of Graffiti, but he's going to get Macub. Jugger onto AIDS. Changer X on a stun. Jugger gets 2 on a Changer X.
Just so many trades coming out
Creeps.
here. On both sides.
Jugog, nice
Jugog
three.
with
It's
a
just
3K.
Wiper here, sitting CT.
Gets
Dice
shut down
to
by
lefty,
lefty.
2-7. And that is a timeout for Whitney Young. Can't really blame.
Timeout.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen 2 questionable timeouts from Whitney already. This is a smart timeout here. They're down 5 rounds. They know that they're just getting traded back and forth. That round was a pure prime example of what I just said. Whitney is playing independent fights, and Jones is just there to follow up on each and every person that gets killed. With util, with better crosshair placement, with more communication. I think Whitney needs to communicate to each other exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to do it each round here.
Yeah, just Whitney, I think they haven't seemed super coordinated on a lot of these retakes. Just, like you said, maybe taking too many duels when they should just, play together more. This timeout almost closing. Jones looks like they're going to be leaning toward the A again. They've been hitting A kind of a lot.
And they've been
early in the
finding
round.
a lot of success on it with the Mac Cubs darts and with Stunna's dash in and with Jegog's flashes and just lefty in himself, just lefty.
Yeah, lefty
finding
is
a
just
lot of success.
existing. He's going 15-2. That's actually crazy.
Yep.
And Whitney's bye not going to be very good this round. Lefty had. Why does Lefty have the judge? Okay, never mind. He
He's
has
got
the
2 guns.
Oh, he has
He's a
2
little
guns.
he's doing a little bit of trolling.
Wait, it's actually a funny setup. He has the judge on his other TP.
Yeah, exactly. So when he gets swung, he picks up the judge and kills them.
That's
Future, although, with the shorty, I don't know if you see it. If he doesn't get spotted, Lefty's in a horrible spot there.
yeah. Maybe that shorty will finally pay off for Future. They know where Wiper is with that dog coming out from Jegog.
Yeah, the Bucky. Like, Whitney Young's bye here is seeing a lot of shotguns, which I don't blame them. That happens a lot on this map. A lot on this map.
Nice opening pick onto AIDS from Jegog.
Yeah, Jagog has been finding those a lot recently. Just
Definitely.
the opening
Going to be
picks.
leaning toward that C long. Future is still here with the shorty. They might know where he is now. Gets on to
now
lefty.
they
He's going to
definitely
fall off
do.
immediately.
He gets the gun.
Yeah, that's big. Future has that Vandal now. And Whitney Young is going to fall off.
30 seconds
And
left.
looks like they might read this rotation back onto A. Stunna on to change your EX, though.
Very good pick there. Now there are no smokes left for the side of Whitney Young.
Wiper with the Bucky onto Stunna.
I don't know if you see, Jones has just got bomb on A. Taken out, creeps.
2v3.
They've done, yeah. Jones has done that, I don't know how many, 2 or 3 rounds now, where they make so much presence, and they take advantage of the fact that Whitney is just rotating off of each and every contact.
Yeah. Jones all playing off-site here. This is a pretty tough retake for Wiper and Future here.
Future is gonna happen. This is, again, like you said,
Both
a very
drop.
difficult retake.
Remaining.
Wiper gets 1, but Maccup does 2. It's a 2v1. Creeps finds the last pick. 2-8 in the favor of Jones College
Yeah,
Prep.
this is very strong lead from Jones, and Whitney will have another bye here, but I think they're going to need a turnaround soon if they want to win this map.
Yeah.
Because even though Whitney might be favored on attacking here, I don't think they're 10-2 half favored.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Especially considering Jones has a Sova and a Chamber, which are two very defense, like really good characters here.
The Hunter's Fury going to be coming out immediately. Gets Jegog, that's nice.
Yeah, very good pick. Jones has to get creative with their entries here.
Yeah, with no Jegog, that is going to hurt them trying to get onto a site here.
The Sim Beacon will come out.
Son
Garage
of-
control is in Jones's hands.
Son of Dash is gonna start pushing towards C-Link. X gets tagged out, it's gonna have to fall back, but Jones not coming out of garage yet.
Despite having garage control, they can't seem to get on the site, or they don't want to. They might pull another rotate play, which I don't know if Whitney Young expects this time. I think they might. Considering they have Future still playing A, I think Jones is going to try and hit B here. Which would be incredibly difficult considering three of...
Wiper on the
yeah.
Macrob, that's really good. 5v3 in favor of Whitney. Onto Stunna. AIDS and Changer X both fall though. And Lefty might be able to get this plant. He finds Wiper, 2v2. Minus X knows though, gets creeps though. Lefty has legged it over to A.
The neural
2v1
uplink
here.
will find Lefty planting on the A site. Lefty playing an aggressive angle here. He knows he has to get at least one in this situation.
Oh,
And
Lefty!
he does!
Lefty!
And Lefty is
Every
just
time.
on fire this map! Every single time! We're seeing a 19-3 player clutch with 4Ks and aces!
Before the switch.
Oh my god!
2-9 going into last round of half. Oh my god, Lefty. 19-3. He's almost double Stunna.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, Lefty.
This player is just so talented. I can't. This guy.
Lefty's been popping off. Whitney Young gonna have a bit of a broken bye into this last round.
Yeah.
You
We could
want
be
to
going
play?
into a
Let's
2-10
play.
half here, which doesn't look good for anyone, no matter what the map
Jagog,
is.
oh no.
2 quick picks onto Whitney Young to start off the round.
Last player standing.
And it's a 5v1.
Just AIDS
AIDS.
left. Is this gonna be a flawless to end the
Every
half?
ult is getting popped off.
Oh no.
No flawless.
AIDS gets Stunna, but that's gonna be that half 2-10.
2-10 half.
Lefty's dropping 20 and a half.
And like I said, they have Macub on Haven defense here. This man is not letting anyone take a site. And neither is Lefty with his 20-3 KDA. Like, what? I don't think I've ever seen this before. And like, besides like Pugs, when like the other team is like a Radiant Smurf or something. And that's what it looks like from Lefty in such high level gameplay. Truly impressive.
Yes.
He has a shorty though. I don't know how much we're gonna see out of this. He has a shorty.
Whitney Young absolutely has to win this pistol.
Yeah, if they
want any
don't, it's
chance
just
of
wraps.
this map.
They're gonna try and go for garage control
Did
with
that
that
dog
foul
see
drone.
see future?
I don't think it did. Changer EX getting the pick on Jegog after he trades out AIDS.
Oh, future onto Lefty.
Future
Gonna
getting
put
one.
an advantage for Whitney Young.
We have noticed though that Jones seems they kind of lose their pistol a lot, and then they get the bonus round.
Yeah, that is true.
Spike planted.
There is a there's a Stunna on the flank here. I don't know how if any of Whitney Young predicts this, but this could be huge.
If that brim smoke drops, this could be
Yeah,
huge
if
for
that
Stunna.
brimstone's
I
smoke
don't
drops,
think they're
Stunna
ready
gets
for
3.
it. As soon as he picks into the smoke, he's gonna see future. Oh, he's Stunna.
Stunna! He's trigger disciplining!
He gets future. Gets traded
one.
by Changer EX though. 1v1 between Wiper and Macub.
And Macab has to defuse here. He doesn't have much time.
He gets tagged out. No time.
No time. Stunna with that trigger discipline. If he was able to get one more, then that round is going entirely in the flavors of... In the flavors?
Flavor.
Sorry. In the favor of Jones. I don't know. I'm thinking about ice cream. I won't lie.
Yeah, well, that will be that pistol for Whitney Young, and they're also gonna have to convert this bonus. Like,
Right here.
Whitney Young cannot be losing these rounds like they have been earlier in this series if they want to bring this map back.
Yeah. Although, like I said earlier, Jones has won their bonus quite a bit. And it looks like they're going to do a 5-man rush out of A.
Oh, rush is a strong word. Or walk.
A push. A push. We'll go with a push here. Meanwhile, Whitney Young is just auntie. Oh!
Yeah.
I found my wire.
Wait a second.
Minus X knows there's at least a 1. But Stunner just
Ooh,
gets them.
Stunna.
With the eagle.
Jones is going 4 flank. A little bit interesting. Whitney does have the read though. Stunna onto A. It's going to put a pretty convincing advantage for Jones. Two of them are very heavily tagged. Wiper onto Lefty and Stunna. Stunna gets future. Wiper gets 3. 2v1 for creeps here.
He's full HP though, and Changer
knows
EX
where they
is
are.
kind of 1 HP.
And he probably knows
got that?
Changer is 1. Changer's going to fall back and play safe here. He might have a lineup.
One
Oh.
enemy remaining.
He's absolutely 1 HP.
Actually 1. And
Oh,
nice
Wiper
4K
again!
from Wiper.
4K. Wiper does not want out yet.
Yeah, Wiper is not losing this map.
Viper is holding on as much as he can. You love to see it though.
And Whitney Young's going to be able to put together a pretty strong buy here. Just trying to fend off Jones on their full buy round.
Yeah, and we're gonna see a lot of Whitney going towards A. This is gonna be interesting.
Revealing edge.
Yeah, Future immediately dashing towards Sewer. Stunna is ready for it though.
Yeah,
don't
if
know
Stunna
if-
can get at least 1 here.
Flashes out, AIDS knows, but Stunna wins the 1v1 in the
Stunna
smoke,
gets
and
him
Mackup gets
anyways.
onto Future. It's even now. They know where Stunna is. They get Stunna lefty,
Oh,
and Nice X
Lefty
both
with the
get 2.
2K!
And it's gonna be
Lefty with the 3!
oh my god, Lefty.
Such
4-11.
important frags, important trades, important frags really helping win this game with his 23-5
And
GG.
with that buy last round for Whitney Young, they're not going to be able to have a full buy here.
That means they're gonna have to save for what might be match point if they lose this round.
Quiet now.
Granted, Jones also doesn't have a full buy.
As much of a buy, yeah. This is
Stunna
gonna
does have
be
the
very,
knives.
this is gonna be a very interesting round, actually.
Minus X has the Aries. Oh boy. Wait, never mind.
This is a force here, a force here.
Yeah.
See a force.
I just want to see Stunna with the knives.
Yeah, Bladestorm coming out, Future, and the rest of his team not far behind, going up towards Garage. The Aldrunk goes in. Creeps will send out the smokes. Lefty is chilling on site with his rifle. He sees 1. He gets spotted. That's not at all where you want to be.
He has 1 health. Creeps gets Changer EX. Future gets Lefty.
A very hard position for Lefty. Mac Cub on the quick rotate.
Wiper gets the
Every
bomb
round-
down.
Every round Whitney has gone C, they've been able to hold it.
And that Hunter's
If Jago
Fury.
got the read, but another was able to help AIDS in Garage.
Oh, Stunna onto Wiper. That's very good. Aids in a
Last one was
3v1. He
Garage,
gets
they both
1.
know.
Stunna's on the bomb.
It's not at all.
Stunna's
planning
just
for AIDS
sticking.
here.
Stunna just stuck.
Oh.
4-12 for Jones. Match.
A good pick led to that round win.
Match point.
Stunna was able to kill the one on site, defuse out of sight from the KO, and it got them the round.
Yep. Map point and series
Oh.
point for Jones here.
Whitney Young, no money. You hate to see it. Future looks like they're gonna popping the Blade Storm, but
Yeah.
the rest of Whitney is just full buying Spectres, heavy shields, and that's all they can afford.
Yeah, looks like Lefty's gonna
Stunna.
fight for an orb to get that Tour de Force on.
And he will get it.
Stunna quick pick onto AIDS. Onto Minus X
Oh!
and Future. Changer X trades on the
The
side. Lefty!
combo!
4v1 for Changer to keep this series.
That
and there it goes
is
with a
it.
3k by Lefty.
Win.
What a huge map for Lefty and all of Jones. here.
Lefty
That's the
26
series.
and 6.
Oh my gosh, he's 20 more kills than his deaths. What an impressive. Oh. You can't, like, you see two. Oh my gosh, you can't help but, like. That's huge. We see a lot of GGs being exchanged in the party.
Wow. That
was just an incredible game.
Lefty
honestly.
is insane.
Lefty is crazy.
I thought
so is
Stunna was like the star player of this
Dude.
team, but it might be Lefty.
Both of the little young gremlin children are just crazy at this game. Like, what the heck? I say gremlin children as I'm in the same grade as Stunna.
I was about to say.
Whatever.
Wow. Well, that's going to be
Gosh.
2-1 for Jones in our week 4
Jones
matchup.
is what, 4-0 now?
Jones is 4-0. Whitney is
Oh my
3-1. This is the
That's
first
so-
map Jones has dropped. So Whitney has that going
Oh
for
my
them.
god, really?
Yeah. Both of these
That's
teams
crazy.
have had a perfect map record up to this point.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow. 13-6, 13-9 for Whitney, and then 13-4 back to Jones. So I just, such a good series. That was so fun.
Yeah, very good series. A lot of
And
good
both
stuff from
teams
both
were-
teams.
Both teams were very sportsmanlike too. That was an incredible series.
Definitely.
All right, well, that'll be it for week 4 of IHSEA Valorant.
Yep.
Do you have anything else to say?
No. Looking at the standings right now, we have 4-0 teams remaining, which are Barrington, Springfield, Niles West, and now Jones. So those are our top teams going into week 5. Yeah, we will see you guys next week for our streamed match. Bye.
All right, do your homework.
Yeah, do your homework. Dude, Castle.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I had to play for another hour before it.